at it again for another live stream reading. This time we're going to be doing an episode of your chosen one read. So we're about to be tapping into the messages deemed worthy for your divine self. All right, so with that being said, drop your zodiac sign down in the chat here below. Let me know y'all ready for the read. Let me know you guys are here in the room. And I do offer personal reading services, merch, and memberships. So all of those links are in the description box below. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. But with that being said, let's get into prayer and let's tap into these messages for your highest good. All right, so let's tap in. And happy birthday to my Leo gang biddies and zaddies up in the building. It's your birthday season, so we love to see you shine. And I hope you're having a great birthday season so far. So happy birthday to my Leo gang in the building. All right. Thank you, God, Source Creator, ancestors, and angels, for everything that you do for me in the collective on a daily. All of the love, the sustenance, the abundance, the peace, the harmony, the grace, the balance, the protection. For we are nothing without it. We're everything with you. At this time, I ask that you cleanse my space, my mind, body, soul, and spirit of any low vibrational energies or entities that do not belong here. Only that of the highest white light is allowed in this space. Anything low vibrational is commanded to leave by my higher forces of love and light. Ashe, and so it is. Thank you, Source Creator. Out. Thank you, God, Source Creator, Ashe, for keeping us safe in this space as we get these messages for all the zodiac signs from Aries all the way through Pisces signs. No weapon formed against me shall prosper as I am channeling these divine messages for everyone's highest good. Thank you, Source Creator, Ashe, and so it is. For all that you do for me in the collective on a daily, for we are nothing without it, we are everything with you, so glory be to the Most High, forever and ever and ever. Ashe. Let's get it. You guys ready? Let's tap in. For whoever's in the room, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening in while you're at work or whatever you're doing today, running errands, getting the kids together, whatever. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for your energy, time, and your space. So thank you. All right, last night was pretty lit with the love readings. It was very interesting. If you want to check out the latest love reading, it is on my channel. So make sure you're checking out those readings if you missed it. All right, but let's tap into what messages we have for you, chosen one. Okay, I did title this reading, pay attention because you are receiving the signs. So the signs that you are getting at this time could be a lot of angel numbers, things like that. And so you're having like a lot of signs coming towards you when it comes to maybe a personal life thing, a professional life thing. Spirit is really trying to reach out to you and give you signs and synchronicities to what's going on or what you need to know at this time. So that's what I've been channeling. So let's tap into the messages within that channel. Okay. I'm moving some of my Oracle card decks away because these are love cards and I want to get into my chosen one Oracle decks. So we're going to be tapping into all of those. So give me 1 second, you guys. I'm going to get my chosen one Oracle decks. All right. We're going to be tapping in. So pay attention. Pay attention. This is what the signs are telling you. We're about to let you know. So if you're interested, stay tuned. All right. We're going to start off with Leo, by the way. So this is the lineup, you guys. For those of you who are new, we go in each column. From top to bottom. Hi, Senegal. Thank you so much. You'll be back later for Geminis. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. Oh, you starting off the live stream right. I know that's right. Happy Friday, you guys. I see Latoya. Hi, member. Hi, OG member. I see Latoya. I see Angela, the twins, Anish, Bailey. Thank you for being here. I appreciate my twins for being here from South Africa. All right, let's get it. I'm going to get into this new Angel Numbers Oracle deck. I haven't used this one yet because I know it has a lot of words and messages on the card and it is long-winded. So I'm going to crack open this new Oracle deck that I got from you guys, my OGs. So thank you so much for gifting me this beautiful Oracle deck. This is my other Angel Numbers Oracle deck. So you guys are familiar with the one that we use, this one. But I'm going to be tapping into this new one. So I felt the need to tap into this and see what comes out for your Angel Numbers. Solely because I'm being guided to do this type of reading. Okay, so let's tap in. Let me get some scissors or something. I'm trying not to break my nails, so I might need scissors to open this. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Lady Blue. We're cracking open a new Oracle deck for this Zodiac sign, all signs, chosen one read. And I know you guys want to see me do it, so... don't know. I don't know what they be doing. I just be trying. Okay. Ooh, it's fresh. Ooh. It's magical. It looks so pretty. Look at that. Comes with a nice little book here, I'm assuming. Yeah. Oh, it's a small little book. Shows you how to use your oracle deck and things like that. Okay. Sir. Let's see. Ooh, these are pretty. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Wow, it has all the angel numbers. Look at that. Messages. It has every one of the angel numbers. Oh, this is a lot. Ooh, I like this oracle deck already. So we're going to give it a good shuffle. We're going to shuffle it up so it's not in chronological order or numerological order. What is that the word? I don't know. So we're going to shuffle it up anyway. And each one of the cards have different colors on them. So 999 has orange color. The 8 has like yellow color. So I'm assuming it's in alignment to our chakras. Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe just in alignment to how the author wanted these cards to be pulled. So yeah, it has like a little bit of a chart here on what the colors mean. Okay, cool. So I'll keep that to the side if we need to tap in. But this is what I'm going to be using for my chosen ones, all right, to get your messages for your highest good, because I felt like there was a lot of signs that you needed to pay attention to. So pay attention to the signs. The signs are trying to give you some messages, and we're going to figure out what those messages are by using this wonderful oracle deck that I got from my OG. Okay, so thank you so much for gifting me this. We're going to tap into Leo. So if you're a Leo, gang, Baddie, or Zeddy, drop your main character energy down in the chat room below. Let me know you're ready for the read. I'm going to take a little sip of my tea. I need to wake up. It's early. Hi, Rosa, Ascended One, Bernadette. You've seen the 911 and 211 a lot. You hopefully you get to understand yours. Yeah, let's hope that yours does pop out at some point. Let's hope for that. Okay. So let's shuffle up. Let's get these messages for everyone's highest good in the Leo collective, who is a chosen one. So let's tap in. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source, for the highest good. Can you cleanse this oracle deck so you can gain the messages deemed worthy for everyone's highest good involved? Starting with Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source, for all that you do for me in the collective on the daily. For we are nothing without it, and we are everything with you. So glory be to the Most High. Shine. So it is. Let's tap in. Good morning, Grand Rising. Hi, Nikita. Hi, Karina. Oh, you ready for the 8/8 portal? Or is that your birthday? Nikita, you were born 8/8/88. That's literally, you were born on a portal date. That's literally the portal. The lion's mane portal. Hi, Egypt. Thank you for becoming a member, Egypt. I see you. Thank you. These are new, you guys, so if I'm shuffling and I look jacked up over there, it's because, first of all, the cards are really, really big, but they're also new and slippery, so I'm trying my best. I'm going to take our time with this oracle deck because I don't want my nails to mess up these cards. Paper on these cards are pretty thin, but high quality, so I don't want to, like, bend them. Mess them up. Nikita, that's an awesome birthday day. Yeah, you were born on the Lionsgate portal. That's cool. 8/8/88. And your year of the dragon. Chinese New Year of the Dragon. It's very powerful. You have a very powerful birthday. You should look into it more. What do we have here for the collective of Leo? What's their sign? What's the chosen one sign? Hi, Taurus Nation. It's good to see you in the chat. How you doing? Hey, boo. Shuffling up a new oracle card deck, you guys. It's a lot of cards and they're very thick and they're huge. That's what she said. But we got it together. I think we have a good shuffle going. So here we go. We're going to pull our first card for Leos and see what your message is of the day. For going to be channeling just only from this oracle deck. I'm not going to be using other oracle decks. I feel like this chosen one reading needed to just be solely focused on angel numbers, because I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers and signs, and I feel like if it's not just me, it has to be the rest of the collective. So that's why I titled this Pay Attention to the Signs. Okay, Spirit is trying to tell you something. All right, so let's tap in. Thank you, Spirit, for Leos. Nice. Well, we have a few cards popping out of the oracle deck here. Wow. Okay, so we have 3 cards that came out for Leos. Wow. Okay, I like this a lot. Oh, nice. All right, so let's get into the colors on here. There's like an apple green. There's 2 apple green cards, and then there's like a turquoise card. Now let's get into what these colors mean. The turquoise means embrace gratitude and trust, and the apple green card means accentuate balance and wellness. So it has to do with health. Okay, so check this out. You got 2 apple green cards. One is 300. So you could be seeing 333 a lot, or 300. You could be seeing 3 o'clock on the dot a lot, or 3:01 on the clock a lot. I'm seeing that here. But what this means, if you haven't been seeing it, you might be seeing it soon, more repetitively. But what this means is the 300 says divine connection, and the 3:01 says renewed love. I feel like these go hand in hand. I feel like Spirit, for not all of you, but for some of you who really need this message, Leos, the divine is trying to tell you that although you may not have the love that you seek or that you want right now, or it may not be the way you want it to look, there's something about a divine connection or a divine union that's renewing the love relationship that you have, or the divine is bringing you in a new lover. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. So we have here mind, body, and spirit unite. And it says here, your angels acknowledge that you have an intense connection to the divine right now. Okay. The unity of your mind and body and spirit creates a conduit for spirit messages. Sit in meditation with your hands on your third eye chakra in the center of your forehead right now. Repeat this mantra a few times before it begins to sink in. Until it begins to sink in. I trust in my abilities. So you're being asked to trust in your abilities, Leo, because this is going to get you to renewed love within yourself, so you can have a renewed connection with someone else, whether that person's already in your life, or speaking of a new person, maybe a soulmate that you want to attract in love. Okay, but this is what it's saying. It starts with you. So your divine connection, it starts with you. And so Spirit is saying trust in your abilities, okay, is your mantra for this card. Very beautiful. They're telling you to meditate or pray. You guys could sit or lay down in a position of prayer or meditation, or even sleep, and put your hands on your third eye to activate your third eye chakra and say, I trust in my abilities, 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 I trust in my ability, and keep repeating that, because that is really going to open up that third eye chakra, so you're more in connection to what source is trying to tell you about the angel numbers that you're seeing. So this divine connection, you guys are very, very sensitive at this time. I feel like your intuition is very, very, very much on point, or is coming back online. And if you guys follow my community posts on YouTube, you will see that I had mentioned that, and I had channeled that before cracking open this cards. So I feel like that's a double confirmation, or a double message to this message, is my channeling message I put in my community posts here on YouTube. So if you don't know how to access my community posts, all you have to do is just go to the tab that says community, and it'll open up all the posts that I do, and you have to scroll a little bit, but you'll see the one where I had mentioned I channeled a lot of the collective, not just you, Leo, but I channeled a lot of the collective being very, very connected to source, and possibly hearing music through dripping of water or rain, or through faucets running, or through oceans. Like, it's like you're hearing a high pitch, I want to say it sounds like a high pitch, like charms sound, or like a chime sound. So like a chiming sound, but it sounds like a familiar song that you would know, but it's actually the divine. Angels are speaking to you, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. There's like a real divine ping, P-I-N-G, ping, that you're going to get from spirit, okay, at this time. So your intuition is strongly activated, which is really, really great, because I feel like this is going to lead you to whatever it is that you want to renew within your life. And I feel like a lot of you Leos want to renew love and romance in your life, or if you don't have someone, you want to attract your soul partner in life. And so that might be a desire here for some of you. We have here a relationship needs attention. 301 is an angel number. Now, this relationship doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic. Take it how it resonates. But Spirit is saying there is a relationship closest to you that needs attention. And your angels are signaling to you that this is an important thing, okay? So they're signaling that an important relationship in your life needs renewal and attention. People often get hurt. People often hurt the ones they love the most. And you are being called to recognize that. Who in your life could use a little extra tender loving care? Think of one way you could show a person you love that they are still as special to you now as they were the first day you met them. So I do feel like someone needs a little extra TLC from you. I do feel as though maybe you feel like you could use that from someone. And so maybe you need to open up the conversation, okay? If you feel like this needs to be reciprocated, if you guys are already in a romantic connection. But if this has to do with family members, friends, or platonic relationships closest to you, maybe coworkers or something, using a little extra tender loving care in the needs of others and the attention of others would be very beneficial. It kind of like, as you give, you get back type energy, okay? So it renews something of a connection. It makes someone feel seen and heard. It makes someone feel cared about and connected, okay? So I do feel like this could be something you need to hear at this time for some of you Leos, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. And then we also have the turquoise card here. And it says here 291 could be an angel number you're seeing. You could also, adding these numbers up, you could also be seeing 1212 a lot, because 9 plus the 2 and the 1 equal the 12. And so set priorities is here, and it says say no to distractions moving forward. So moving forward from now on, say no to distractions. Spirit wants you to know, Leo, at this time, they're trying to tell you that immediate action is required. Your angels want you to prioritize what you want. There are many distractions around you presently, and the challenge is to keep your mindset on a true desire, on your true desire. Eliminate the distractions today by postponing or declining anything that isn't essential or in alignment to you. So that's what I'm seeing here. Okay? You just told your dad you need to monetize your gifts. I'm screaming. Hi, Sarah. How you doing? Hi, Jenny. Oh, I hope you're feeling better, Taurus. I hope you're feeling better. We have here saying no to distractions, healing the connections that you have, and being connected to source and meditating and praying and using your intuition are the main messages that Spirit has been trying to send you, even if you haven't been seeing these angel numbers. For some of you guys, these angel numbers are going to be double confirmation. You've been seeing 291 a lot. You've been seeing 301 or 300 a lot. But you don't have to necessarily see those numbers. What I get is that this is the message they're trying to tell you and show you as they're giving you angel numbers. So even if you're seeing repeating 1s, 9s, 2s, 3s, 0s, this could also be your message, okay? So I wouldn't get too set on the exact angel number, but I will say that Spirit wants you to use your intuition to renew the connection within yourself and others and set priorities to yourself and stay in alignment and away from distractions. If there's people who are in your life who are not meant to be in your life where you feel like something's off, Spirit is saying remove them. There's something better. Or create healthy boundaries. You don't need to put up with that. You need to prioritize yourself. You need to prioritize these things that have to do with your higher, your highest regard in mind, okay? Feel like you're on a high frequency and people can mess this up for you. So that's what I'm seeing here, okay? So that is going to be your angel message, your chosen one read, the sign that Spirit is saying, pay attention to this, pay attention to this, pay attention to this. So those are the signs that you could be getting. You could be seeing angel number 1212 a lot on the clock, and that's also another angel number I saw. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here for you, Leo. Happy birthday, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Let's get into my Virgos. Shout out to my Virgo gang biddies and zadies up in the building. You're seeing 111 on repeat or 1111 on repeat. Wow. All right, here we go. Y'all are seeing so many angel numbers. All right, so that's going to be for my Leos. I'm going to cross out Leo. We're going to get into my World Cup energy, my Virgos. So shout out to my Virgos. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here or coming back. It really helps my channel grow, so thank you so much for that equal exchange of energy. Let's tap into my Virgos. Let's see what angel messages Spirit has for you at this time, Virgo. Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy got the birthday emoji in the chat for my Leos. All right, let's tap in. What do we have here for my Virgos? What do we have here for my Virgos? When it comes to their chosen one message, what is Spirit trying to get them to pay attention to? Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. What is that message saying? All right, here we go. What is their messages for Virgos? Nice. Okay, so we have 4 cards for Virgos. Okay. You guys got a lot of colors here. We got pink, yellow, midnight blue, and a turquoise. Okay. So any one of these could be your message, or the entire message could be your message. So take what resonates. The numbers don't have to be exact to the angel numbers that you've been seeing, but they could be. First card out is 470, and it says surrender. Okay? And the surrender card is titled Release the Problem or Release a Problem. Your angels encourage you to surrender to a present worry that you have to them. Whether you are confused, feeling out of control, or simply at loss for solutions, you can energetically release this issue to the divine. Put yourself in a full body stretch right now. As you inhale, focus on your breathing and breathing in support from your angels. As you exhale, focus on exhaling and releasing control. So breathe in. My angels support me. Exhale. I'm releasing control. So, right? So you're going to be doing a lot of this breathing technique, or you're being guided to. So Spirit is saying, pay attention to your breath. You might not know when you're holding your breath, when there's problems or when there's situations or struggles or something that you can't necessarily handle. So Spirit is really trying to send you angel numbers to tell you to breathe. Breathe through the challenges. Breathe through the struggle, breathe through the chaos, breathe through the Mercury retrograde, right? So Spirit is saying, pay attention to your breath. You might not be breathing at a rhythm. You might be just like kind of holding your breath, or, you know, feeling like uptight in your chest. So Spirit is saying, breathe in, support from your angels, exhale, releasing control, right? And allowing to give your worries, your scarcity mindset, your doubts, your fears, your challenges, your chaos, whatever is going on, allow that to dissipate and give it to God, right? Give it to your source creator and the angels. So that's what I'm seeing here. Following that surrender card is struggle. And the struggle card says 644. You could be seeing this angel number a lot on the clock, or you could be seeing these angel numbers separate. Okay. I see here it says self-created stress is unhealthy. So Virgos, you might be creating more stress than what the situation calls for. And I'm not saying situations call for stress, but you might just be amplifying it within yourself. And so Spirit is saying self-created stress is unhealthy. So try to pay attention to that right now, Virgos. It says here, your angels are asking you to get honest about how you contribute undue stress and conflict to your own life. They ask that you contemplate how struggle plays into your comfort zones. Notice where you are making life harder for yourself today, even in the smallest moments. Make a tiny change today so that a small struggle becomes obsolete. Okay, so Spirit is saying a lot of what's going on, or something in particular that could be going on, could be something that you are adding and amplifying a lot of more energy and emotions to than it really requires. And so Spirit is saying, try to breathe, right, with the surrender card, and notice where you could be stressing more than what's called for or necessary for that particular situation, person, place, thing, whatever's causing the stress to begin with. Spirit is saying it's a small amount of a change that can make a huge difference. So they're not saying that you're not allowed to have worries. They're not invalidating your feelings as a human. They're just saying, hey, does it really require that much stress if it's something that you cannot control? Okay? If something is out of your control and it is what it is, let's look at that and try to find the solution rather than focusing on the worry, focusing on the stress, focusing on the problem. How about finding the solution and doing that through breathing techniques, and also just shifting your perspective just slightly, another degree, will really help you become less stressed about what's going on and more productive about what you can do about it, if there is a thing that you can do about it. Because if it's out of your control, then you know to surrender to Spirit. Okay. No, I cannot do Libra after this one. Nope, because it's not on the spread. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Libra. You guys are already in alignment. All right. So, hi, Tanya. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Santino. All right. So, we have here, you guys are so funny. The board's right here. It says Libra's next. We have here 279 synchronicities. Virgo. It says here, look for the signs. That's literally what the title of my reading is. If you guys look at the title of this video, it says, pay attention. You're receiving the signs. So there are certain signs, Virgo, that you're receiving here, and it's literally in synchronicity to you. So it says, look for the signs. Let's see what sign Spirit says that you might be looking for. Things that keep happening are connected, even if they don't seem to be. The recent patterns in your life are signals from your angels. Today, ask for a follow-up sign and remember that the angels speak with a lot of repetition. 222, 777, 999, 666, 444, 000. Like they speak with a lot of repetition. Draw a card later today and see what your angels have to say after you spend some time paying more cautious attention. So you're meant to spend more conscious attention is what it says. You're meant to spend more conscious attention to the synchronicities. It's not a coincidence if you keep seeing the same numbers, or if you keep seeing the same word pop up, or the word of the day is a particular word, or if you keep thinking about a particular person. It's not a coincidence. It's a sign. And Spirit is saying here, things keep happening. Things that keep happening are connected, even if they don't seem to be. So even if you don't think that that's the sign, it might actually be the sign. So Spirit is saying, pay attention to the signs, because Spirit is sending you a lot of signs. Angel numbers are everywhere. Angel messages are everywhere, in words, in conversations we have with others. All right. So pay attention and be a little bit more conscious of your surroundings and the conversations that you're having, the angel numbers you're seeing, and be conscious of your thoughts. Because usually when you see a particular angel number, it's what you were thinking at the moment when you saw it. So if you saw 222 and you were thinking about a relationship, 222 is saying that this speaks of union. This speaks of maybe your relationship needs a little bit more balance, because 2 speaks of balance in order to be abundant in a connection of romance. So Spirit is saying just pay attention to your conscious thoughts and also the synchronicities around you at this time. We also have 818. It says infinity. Infinity says life is a never-ending loop. One cycle in your life is ending, but another one is beginning. This shift can feel catastrophic, but it is a natural way of things. Be on the lookout for other signs coming your way. Your communication with your angels are strong right now. And then it says, draw another card with intention of receiving guidance into your next steps as the current cycle ends and a next one begins. So let's see what your current cycle that's ending for another one to begin, because it says to draw a card. So I'm going to cut the oracle deck and we're going to draw the card from the center. Wow, it ends up being the 800. 818 is matched with the 800 card. Wow, so you have repeating 8s. Nice. So it says spiritual downloads. Wow. So it says your next steps as the current cycle ends and the next one begins is to pay attention to the spiritual downloads you're getting. A lot of you Virgos are very connected, especially for my chosen ones. You have a lot of spiritual connection, high intuitive knowledge, and your intuition is very potent. Some of you could be psychic, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient beings. You guys could feel like star seeds are connected to astral realms, and you guys could astral travel. But there is a lot of spiritual downloads that you're getting here on the next steps into the new beginning. The new beginning is there is a spiritual awakening that you're having. If you've been seeing repeating 8s, this would be saying that you're having an abundant spiritual awakening. So prepare for new knowledge is what the card says. Very beautiful. And I'm going to read it to you. It says, this is an alert from your guides. Your angels are indicating that you will be receiving new information in the form of realizations. You'll be receiving new information in the form of wisdom. You will be receiving new information in the form of emotions. Sit in and meditate and focus on your energy and your crown chakra opening at the top of your head. So your crown chakra is highly activated right now, and it says in preparation for this divine light, you're going to need to meditate on what it is that this wisdom, emotions, and realizations are telling you about your life and what new information that you're getting for the next steps while you're going into your new beginning. It says, picture a loving light flowing into you with ease through the top of your head into your entire being. So there's a lot of visualization that is happening here for you Virgos. So if you guys like meditating or sitting in silence with your eyes closed, whether you're laying down or sitting down, Spirit is saying, picture a loving light, right? Like a white light or your favorite color, just floating and popping into your brain from your crown chakra all the way throughout your entire body, and engulf yourself in this imaginary light. It's really going to help you connect to source and help you prepare for this new knowledge and new information that you need on a spiritual, mental, and emotional and intellectual level in order to get to the new beginning, or in order to sustain whatever is up next. So there is a lot of infinite knowledge and infinite spiritual downloads that you're going to be getting at this time. So this is very, very cool. Hi, Feather. How you doing? Hi, Queen T. So this is going to be your angel reading and chosen one message for what signs you're meant to pay attention to at this time. And you could have been seeing any one of these angel numbers. You don't have to be, but I am seeing 476472908. 1. So you could be seeing any one of those numbers repeating or those numbers together. But with that said, this is going to be your reading. So take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to move on to Libras. Shout out to my Libra gang. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all for tuning into your chosen one message of the day. We're tapping into the signs that you could have been seeing, the synchronicities that you could have been seeing, Hi. Hi, KK. You booked a personal reading, but you haven't heard back from me. Oh, the personal readings are pre-recorded. Okay, love. So they're not going to be live. If you booked a personal reading thinking that they were live, I can refund you, but they're actually pre-recorded. Okay, my love. Yeah. So they're pre-recorded. And if you would like, I can double check your order if you give me your order number or your last name. If it's something that you've been waiting 7 to 10 business days for, usually if you have to wait the 7 to 10 business days, it'll come on the 7 to 10 business day. If it's after that, you will receive a personal reading voucher, and that's just because there's an overwhelm of readings and I'm not able to get to all of them with the energy I have to spend. So yes, you said your last name is Fernandez. Let me double check. You book with me on the 17th. So your reading will be delivered within 7 to 10 business days. Yes. So you have to count the business day, not the actual weekends. So we're almost there. But yes, I have a few readings before you. So you might get it sooner or you might get it within the 7 to 10 business days. But all in all, it's there and I got it. Okay. So I don't want you to worry. All right. So we just finished Virgo, you guys. We're going on to Libras. Hey, Crystal. How you doing? All right. So what do we have here for my Libras? What do we have here for my Libra gang Baddies and Zaddies up in the building? Let's see. Yeah, no problem, KK. Thank you for being here. Yeah, you got to make sure you guys book with me. I don't know what kind of scammers are out there. So it's a good thing that you double checked. I know some people tried to book on the other platform I used to be on, the tic-tac-toe platform, but I'm not on there anymore, and only because people were getting scammed a lot over there with fake accounts. So I came over to YouTube. So always book through my website. Hi, Venetia. We got Libra gang in the building. All right, sir. Let's see what we have for my Libras. For my Libra chosen ones, we're about to tap into your energy and we're about to see what signs that you could have been seeing and what to pay attention to with these signs. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source. What do we have here for my Libras? What's the angel number message for my chosen one Libras? Wow. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's nice. All right, so the angel numbers that you could be seeing are repeating 5s, 7s, 3s, 6s, or 0s. You could have been seeing these numbers in combination to each other. For example, 557 or a 360, a 360. Maybe you're seeing a lot of things that say 360 on it. But we have here expansive thoughts. Consider a new perspective. A simple change in a perspective will shed light on a situation before you. Open your mind to hearing and seeing new interpretations of what you are currently dealing with. Your angels will work through curiosity, inspiration, and even other people to relay their message. Wow. So Spirit is working through your curiosity, your inspiration, and even other people to relay a certain message you're meant to have to expand your thought process, to give you a new perspective, to give you possibly more creativity, or to look at something from a new light, Libra. So there's interesting information coming through, and it kind of matches Virgo's read where I said they might get messages through a conversation with someone. So there is something here where you're being asked from your spirit guides to pay attention to your thoughts. Be conscious of your thoughts because it's expanding some area of the way you understand and you pick up information. It says, write down all of your inspired thoughts in this moment. So any ideas, creativity, thoughts, it says no matter how inconsequential you may think they are. So if you even if you think they're not really significant, write down your thoughts. Even if you don't think the idea you'll really follow through with, write it down anyway. Even if you have like this creativity and this new business endeavor or project that you want to start, or something that has to do with your hobbies that you want to turn into a business or something, it could be anything. It could just be how you felt for the day. Spirit is saying journaling and putting down these thoughts, these ideas, these creativity is going to really help you see it from a higher perspective or a new perspective because it's on paper. And so there's something here where spirit could be sending you messages through these ideas to help you find your life purpose, or be giving you messages through your ideas to send you a cosign to, oh, you're on the right path. So spirit is saying, even if it seems insignificant of a thought or an idea or creativity, spirit says write it down or take note of it. So it could be something you heard that day. It could be a conversation you had. It could be your own thoughts. But it's supposed to expand and help you grow and see new perspectives and bring light to something that you might have been questioning recently. So Spirit is saying that's what we're sending you when we send you these angel numbers. We're also seeing here 360, which says prosperous growth. Learn from life. Wow, I like this. I like this card. It says, your struggles are not in vain. There is much to be learned from your current situation, and your angels want you to know to take this opportunity to just do that. Journal about the lessons that you are coming up against now and how you could use them to foster a prosperous future. Wow. So Spirit is saying your hard work isn't done in vain. Your struggles weren't done in vain. Your lifestyle that you live that may not be the lifestyle that you want to live, you want better for yourself, is not in vain. A lot of what it is that you're going through or learning at this time is very critical to your expansion and growth to a prosperous future version of yourself. So a lot of what you're doing is just collecting nuggets of wisdom so you could utilize this for later, because you're going to need those nuggets of wisdom to sustain, maintain, and create a lifestyle that's prosperous for you in the future. And without these lessons or life experiences, how would you even sustain what new growth would look like, or a new prosperous life would be, right? So sometimes we have to, have it a little hard knocks in order to appreciate or sustain or maintain what we have that is very golden. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Spirit is saying that it's almost like they're also giving me a sign that there's a Libra that has a really good creative idea or creative thought. I don't know if this is within the workplace that you work at, or if this is your own business and something you want to create yourself. But there's something here that's going to be really prosperous. So even within these messages, Spirit is saying plan, organize, write it down, even if you're not going to do it right away, because Spirit wants you to see this either in the now and realize it and take action, or they want you to write this down because this is something you're going to see and go back to in the future. Like your future self needs a transcript of where you were at in your life at that time and those ideas. There's something about what you wrote down in the past or what you're going to write down in the present moment that you need in the future. There's something about this. So it's expanding your thoughts into prosperous growth, right? So for example, I remember having an idea for something I really wanted to do when I was in college, and that was like a few years ago. And when I found that journal and I looked back at it, I realized that idea I ended up doing, okay? And then I ended up going back and seeing like, wow, there was something else that I didn't get to do, but I did that. I checked that off, but I didn't get to do this. And it gave me an idea because now I'm in a better place or position to do it. So there's something about you leaving breadcrumbs or clues for yourself in the future because of what you're doing in the present, or what you're struggling with or learning in the present. So it's always good to journal, or to even write down ideas, or to even write down what's happening in your life that you don't like. Because even if there's something like a relationship or a workplace or a personal spiritual belief system that you may not feel is going the way you want, in the future, your future self is going to remember how far you've gotten, and they need that. They're going to need that at some point, your future self. So leave the clues, leave the breadcrumbs, leave all of that for your future self, because it's really going to add to your prosperous growth. So that's very beautiful. That's a nice message for you, Libra. So that's going to be your Libra message. I feel like you guys have prosperity. There's a lot of money here, underlining what your ideas, your thoughts, and what your journaling is. There's a lot of money related to that. Not saying that money is the means to all things, but it is saying that it does have to do with a little bit of money here. Bottom of the deck here to close out your reading, Libra, says victory. So we also have an additional message here, 828, victory. It says be content with what you've done. I do feel like this is your message before we completely close it out. And it says here, recall the sacrifices you have made, the work you did, and the truths that you uncovered. Your angels applaud you and send you to celebrate and be in celebratory energy right now. So celebrate your small wins and your big wins is what this is saying. And it says show them that you receive it by thanking yourself out loud right now. Perhaps even dance or even sing along to your favorite happy song. Feel the divine flow through you. So it's okay to celebrate your small wins or big wins, whether you want to dance, sing, journal, do artistic things with it. You know, just make a moment for that moment. Okay? That's what Spirit is saying, okay? So I love this message for you, Libras. I really do feel like this is your beautiful message that you need to hear at this time, and I really appreciate you guys for being here. So like the video, you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Chosen One readings like this. We're going to be moving on to my Scorpios. Let's tap in. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source. What do you have for Scorpios High is Good? When it comes to their Chosen One message of the day, what do they need to pay attention to right now? What are the signs telling them right now when it comes to their life? What are the signs? What are the signs that they're noticing right now that they need to pay attention to? What are the messages? All right, let's tap in. I'm crossing out Libra. We're getting into Scorpio. You could drop your zodiac sign. Let me know y'all ready for the read. Let's see. No problem, Phoenicia. Thank you for being here. You already started doing that? Wow, that's awesome. That's good. Truth 7. You say you've been seeing all those angel numbers? I love that. I love that. That's double confirmation. Hi, Sophie. How you doing this fine Friday? This fine Friday AM. All right, let's tap in. Let's get into my Scorpios. What do we have here for my beautiful Scorpios? Scorpios are so beautiful. They're such beautiful people. I love a good Scorpio friend or romantic lover, because they have really good energy. They're very nice, very genuine. I'm a Gemini, but I've always Scorpios were like those people that are like, I love being around them. I just like their energy. I don't know, it was like so alluring and mysterious being in their energy. My aunt's a Scorpio, and I loved being around her when I was little. So let's get into my Scorpios. What do we have here for Scorpios? Wow, Scorpio, you're a light worker. Holy shiitake mushrooms. That came out quick and with intention. Holy shiitake mushrooms. That was quick and with intention. Wow. Look at this. So somebody in the chat earlier, I don't remember who it was. I don't know if you're still in the chat, my love. But somebody wanted to see what the angel number 911 meant. Because somebody had been seeing 911, and I don't know if you have Scorpio in your chart. You guys can watch for other placements. You don't have to just be the sun sign, by the way. You can watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus placement, Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, whatever. So I'm seeing here light worker. A lot of you Scorpios are psychic, or you're into light work, spirituality, higher belief systems, astrology, you know, Mother Gaia, things like that. You're into the roots of this earth, the roots of this earth to the skies of the stars, and being limitless, right? So all these different things, all these different energies. You are an energy source, your aura, okay? It just seeps light worker, okay? Even if you're not in the spiritual community, there's something that you do in your life that is a light to people's darkness, okay? Maybe being around people, you activate people's growth. Maybe just being around them, you don't know that you're doing this. Maybe you do know that you're doing this, that your energy does exude this healing vibration that other people are like, wow, I don't know why when I'm around you I want to be a better person, or I don't know why after I met you that my life felt like it shifted. It's because that's your aura, that's your energy. You're just aura-ful, right? And so there's this energy of that. Hey, Shag, how you doing? Hi, Gone Girl, how you doing? So you are being called upon, okay, to be a light worker for some of you. For others of you, you know that you are. So I'm going to read this angel number card. It says here, light worker, you are being called. Your angels call upon you to use your spiritual development to inspire others. You possess the gifts of spirit to remind people that their higher power rests inside them. The time is now to make changes in your life so you can carry out this divine calling. Reflect on how you can contribute to the healing of the world around you. So you are a contribution to the world, and in that, that's going to contribute back to you tenfold. So you equally exchange this energy between you and the universe, you and the people of this earth, you and spirit, you and your angels, you and God's source creator, your higher self, things like that. So that's what I'm seeing here. You're very, very high potent energy. Okay, Scorpio. So if you don't know, now you know. Okay. And if you already knew, that's great. Double confirmation. So we got 911 as an angel number. You could be seeing repeating nines and ones together or separately. And then we also have 924. You could be seeing repeating nines, twos, or fours individually or together. It says farewell on the card. And if you notice, both of these cards are orange. Okay. But it says here, and the orange, by the way, on the card, this is a new Oracle deck. Orange means welcome closure and invite new beginnings. So that's the orange on these cards. But it says here, farewell. Look fondly on what was. Look fondly on what was. Don't curse out or cuss out or demise what was. Look fondly on it, right? Look with it with a positive light, even if it wasn't the best thing. It says it's okay to look back on the past with a thankful heart. Your angels see that you are letting go of things that once served you well or did not serve you well. And they remind you that this is necessary to do so. Take a few moments now and connect to your angels as you visualize their loving light surrounding you. Send your angels and yourself gratitude as you let go of the past. So this is beautiful. Beautiful. You're letting go of the past, beautiful things, and also the past challenging things. And it could be people, places, or things that you're letting go of. And Spirit is saying, because we want you to be purified, aka baptized. You're ready for this new chapter, this new beginning. We don't even want you to bring any of that with you, but we do want you to reflect on it, to be thankful, show gratitude, but let it go. There's a new version of yourself that's being activated at this time, and I do feel like it's your Scorpio energy 2.0. It's your Scorpio energy to the second power. It's your Scorpio energy to the next level of what Spirit has for you. So I feel like you're having like a spiritual awakening, but I feel like it's not one of those spiritual awakenings that's like challenging or negative or hard, because I feel like a lot of you Scorpios, since you're light workers, you've gone through many spiritual awakenings so far in your life. You've been having epiphanies, and you've been having clarity, and you've been having like these awakenings that get you to the next level of your frequency, right? So there's this new awakening that's happening, and you're like, oh, this isn't nothing new. I've been here, done that. And when you go into this awakening, it's like co-signing. It's like Spirit co-signing and you signing on the dotted line that where I was in that chapter of myself was so beautiful and challenging. It was a beautiful mess, and I got it together, and I can't wait to see how this next chapter, this new beginning goes. This next level plays out for me. I'm so ready. So a lot of you Scorpios may feel very ready for saying farewell and looking fondly on what was, and inviting this light worker energy and what you're being called to, which is the new beginning and the new chapter and the next level where Spirit wants you. So we all go through, as light workers, we all go through spiritual awakenings a lot more than the average person who isn't necessarily a light worker, but they go through spiritual awakenings too. but you will go through it more because you're meant to leave an impression on this earth and the people here. You're meant to be the teacher, the guide. You're meant to also be the student. You're meant to be the guru. You're meant to be the one who lifts other people out of their darkness, even if you don't say anything, even if it's just because you're present in a room. You see what I'm saying? So there's something very, very, very sensitive and potent about your aura, and it's very necessary. So don't think you're not important, Scorpio, and don't think that the past is something that you're letting go in sadness. Know that you're letting it go because you're reaching a new level of yourself, right? A new journey, a new beginning. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Beautiful energy for my Scorpios. You could be seeing repeating 2s, 4s, 9s, or 1s. You could be seeing these numbers in combination to each other as well. But with that being said, say farewell to your old light worker self and say hello to the new light worker you, okay? So there's something here that is transforming. Somebody needed this message here, and I really thank you for being here and for allowing me to hold the space to send you this beautiful chosen one message for Scorpio Collective. All right, so we're going to put these cards back into the Oracle deck here. I'm going to shuffle up. We're going to get into Sagittarius. Where's my Sagittarius? Let's tap in. All right, let's tap in. All right. Sagittarius. Let's get it. Scorpios, I'm also getting an angel number 123. So if you guys are still in the reading, still in the live stream, angel number 123 means that you're having stepping stones to get to where you need to go. So I feel like you're on the right path. If you didn't feel like you were on the right path, Scorpio, I hope this further clarified and confirmed that you are, and that what you're going through is not abnormal at this time. It's totally what you need. So drop your bow and arrows down in the chat stream below if you were Sagittarius. All right, let me know in the comments. All right, you guys. Hi, Indigo. You just came in time for Scorpio. I hope you enjoy the message. It was beautiful. Genesita, you said you check out the readings later. All right, come back. I'll see you when you get back. Hi, Janita. Look at y'all back to back. Trying to confuse me. Hi, Janita. Hi, Genesita. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Karina and Chatty Chicky. You hadn't seen a chosen one on the live? It's great. Oh, I did a chosen one reading last week. I guess you missed it, Karina. You must have missed the last one. The last one was really good. Check it out. It will be time-stamped in the comment section of that video. So go check it out. You might need a message from that if you missed the last one. We did one last week. I believe we did that one on Friday morning too. All right, what do we have here for my Sagittarius? What do we have here for my Sagittarius? Oh, you missed a lot? Oh, because you're at work. Oh, okay. I thought you meant you never seen one on the channel. Okay. Got it. Gotcha. Let's see. What do we have for my Sagittarius? My bow and arrow babies. 359, it says here discipline. I almost said disciple. It says here discipline. Practice self-control. So pay attention because this is a sign that Spirit is giving you in an area of your life that you need to hear, Sagittarius. So I feel like a lot of what Spirit is trying to tell you or show you, if you're seeing repeating 3s, 5s, or 9s, or these numbers in combination to each other, you don't have to see these angel numbers, but maybe you notice synchronicities on Spirit trying to show you and tell you to be disciplined. It could be with your responsibilities in the home. It could be your responsibility within your own business or your own endeavors, your ideas, maybe with work, maybe with social media. There's something here about discipline, okay? It could be in your relationships closest to you. But I'm seeing here, practice self-control. Your angels are asking you to demonstrate self-control. Your discipline will become stronger the more you use it. Take a step today to start a good habit or stop a bad one based on what you know to be yet difficult but necessary for your growth. Take stairs instead of the elevator. Trade that soda for water, or make sure you carve out time to get your meditation in today. You see how they're like, hey, be more disciplined or practice self-control, and it'll lead to discipline being on autopilot for you. You see how it says take the stairs instead of the elevator, trade that soda for water. You know, Spirit is saying take the steps today to start a good habit and or stop a bad one. Okay? So there is a lot of this kind of showing up in any area of your life. It could be with your health, your physical self, your spiritual self, your emotional self. It could be in your work. It could be in your personal life. It could be in relationships. It could be with your money, your spending habits, your responsibilities, your home, your kids. It could be with anything, but there's something here where you need to practice self-control in order to be in a routine or have some type of discipline so you could have good habits and not unhealthy habits. So that's what I'm seeing here. That's what the angel number Spirit is trying to tell you. Let's see what's on the bottom. Soul renovation. Ooh. You're getting a renovation on the soul. That's what Spirit is saying. It says here 801. So you could be seeing repeating zeros, ones, or eights. It says shed the past. Ooh, that has a lot to do with you practicing self-control, okay? Because you might still be doing things, habits and patterns or behaviors that you still have done and you do to this day that were from the past. And Spirit is saying shed the past. So that's interesting. So we're going to be reading what this card means on a deeper level. It says here, soul renovation, shed the past, awakening to your truth. Your angels know that you have been through many trials and tribulations. Now is the time to put down that armor that has helped you survive all of those trials for all those years and instead live freely. The door has opened to your new life. Sit in meditation and envision yourself walking through that doorway. Behind you lies the past, and ahead of you lies the future. You are living in your truth. What do you see? Draw or journal about what is on the other side of that doorway. So this is a really good exercise or like spiritual homework that you could do and in the time that you want to. I don't know if you're going to be disciplined enough to take this spiritual homework and do it today, but eventually Spirit is saying you want to do this. You want to visualize yourself, close your eyes in a sitting or lying down position and visualize, meditate, or take a nap. And while you're visualizing yourself walking away from the past and leaving the past behind, what do you see that you're going towards in the future? What does your future look like? What is it that you visualize for yourself, right? And you might want to draw or journal about this after you wake up from your nap or when you are done with your meditation or your visualization. So Spirit is saying you really make time for yourself to do this because this is going to rejuvenate your soul and reinvent yourself, but it's also going to be a form of manifestation. It's going to get you closer to what you want. So this is very necessary, okay? This is you leaving the past behind for good through visualizing tactics, through reprogramming your mindset, and through spending more time with yourself to have a healthy habit instead of the bad habits that you may have that you repeat from the past. Okay, so what does your future self look like? What is your future self doing? What have they left behind in the past? Draw or journal what the new doorway looks like. Okay, so that's what Spirit is saying. We have here 111. Like I said, you could be seeing repeating ones and 11s. And we have here pause your thinking and hit the reset button. It says screenshot too. I don't know if you recently took a screenshot on your phone of 111. Maybe you like taking screenshots of angel numbers on your phone, but it says screenshot. Pause your thinking and hit that reset button. Think of the universe as taking a screenshot of your frame of mind right now. Everything that is going on, all of your thoughts, your feelings, your goals, your dreams are going to be replicated. Get on high vibe quickly so you can manifest your best life moving forward. Recall positive memories that stir emotions such as love, peace, and or gratitude right now so you can live in full living color and you can have a full fulfilled life. So that's interesting because this screenshot is literally in alignment to this card when we talked about you journaling what the new self or the new version of you or what you're moving into, right? Visualizing what's on the other side of that future door. How do I see myself? What am I doing? Who am I in the future? Okay? It's not about what you left behind. It's about releasing worrying about that and thinking about that and dragging that into your future and leaving it where it's at, and journaling about your new self and who that person looks like, right? And what that person's doing and what their mindset is and what their new habits look like, right? About visualizing and writing that down. We read that in the last card, and now we're getting that same kind of theme with the card underneath, which is my screenshot card. And it's like Spirit just took a screenshot of your frame of mind right now. What would they find out if Spirit took a screenshot? If the universe took a screenshot of your thoughts, your feelings, your goals, and your dreams, what would it look like right now? That's what Spirit is asking, right? And Spirit is saying, hey, if there's something in there that isn't in alignment to you, release it. Because we want to replace the things that aren't in alignment to that screenshot. And we want to replace it with good things, right? In your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions around your goals, your dreams, and who you are. So replace anything that you feel like isn't for your highest good and get on a high vibration quickly, because you are able to manifest your life moving forward. You guys are master manifestors, Sagittario. I don't know if you know that, Sagittarius, but you guys are. You guys are very much master manifestors. So you can recall a lot of things to happen in your life that are really, really great, or could be really, really prosperous in the future. Okay, just by visualizing peace, love, or gratitude for yourself right now in the fullest and living color, okay? Maybe you guys like that show, In Living Color. Maybe there's reruns that you saw. But there's something here about Spirit is trying to send you messages. Spirit is sending you signs. If you've been seeing rainbows a lot, or if you've been seeing a TV show called In Living Color, if you've been taking a screenshot of angel numbers a lot, especially the ones that say 111, if you have been looking at your patterns and your habits and being like, I need to replace this soda with water, or I need to do something different. I need to start doing this. I don't know why I keep reliving the past and doing this behavior that doesn't serve my highest good. I need to be more disciplined, right? If you're having feelings like that, this is your message, Sagittarius. This is what Spirit has been trying to tell you. So pay attention to the signs, because they're trying to tell you in different ways. They're trying to show you in different ways, okay? So pay attention to what you're scrolling on social media with. Maybe the universe is showing you something that, hey, you might need to improve in your life, or you could tap into in your life. It might be through other people, having conversations with other people, or maybe other people give you ideas to new things. It could even be through spiritual downloads, like you're washing dishes one day and you're like, I know what to do, or you know what, I should do that, or I like this thing, I want to do this, right? It's like these moments of downloads and ideas. So pay attention, because Spirit is giving you signs and synchronicities, and that's what I have here for you. So it's beautiful. So I love this message for you, Sagittario. We're out. We're going to be moving on to my Capricorns. Thank you for being here, bow and arrow babies. Let's get into my greatest of all time. If you a goat in the building, drop your goats down in the chat. Let me know. You up in the building. I want to see a whole stampede. Where are my Capricorns? Where are my Capricorns? Hi, TW. Hi, Feather. How you doing? Feather keeps saying hi. I see you. All right, so let's see. What do we have here for my Capricorns? Thank you for that positivity, SW, in the chat. Beautiful energy. All right, so what do we have here? We got Lady Blue up in the building for my greatest of all time. All right, let's get into these messages for Capricorn's highest good. We're tapping into angel numbers and high vibrational chosen one messages. So it's a different type of reading. It's a different type of vibe. It's a different type of flow. I'm taking my time with these messages, okay? So if you like these readings, you want to see more of these readings, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. I really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. So I appreciate the contribution back, okay? So with that being said, let's get into my Capricorns. What is it that you need to be paying attention to? What is the sign that Spirit is sending you? Let's see. What's the message for my Capricorn chosen? Whoa, I barely got to shuffle, but let's see. 111. This came back out. I shuffled the Oracle deck. It's back out. It came out in the middle. of the deck. We have here 321. Wow, Capricorn. And we also have here 333. Wow, Capricorn. I like these angel numbers for you. And you guys, by all means, you could always watch for multiple placements in your chart. You don't have to watch for just your sun sign. You could watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus placement, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, whatever. So take it how it resonates. Watch for whatever sign you want to cross watch for yourself or someone else. And yeah, this is going to be your message. So a lot of you guys don't realize, because maybe you're just coming into the room, but Sagittarius got this card too. So if you have Sagittarius and Capricorn placements in your chart, you might want to watch both readings because they could both resonate with you, especially with this card, because I told Sagittarius something that I may be repeating for you, Capricorn. So there might be additional messages in the Sagittarius reading. So go back and watch that if you need further clarity or extra messages and guidance. So we have here that you could have been seeing the angel number 333, 321, or 111. You could be seeing repeating twos as well if you're not just seeing repeating ones and threes. But I'm seeing that these are very high vibrational for your message. It says here equilibrium. 333 is on the card here for my equilibrium card. And it reads here, nurture the mind, body, and spirit connection. Your angels are asking you to balance yourself. In what area of your life feels out of alignment? Get in a meditation practice. Embark on a new workout routine, or finally start that vision board you've been procrastinating on. Your angels want you to look at all areas of your life that are not fully rounded out and self-correct. Wow. So Spirit is saying, we want you to reflect and self-correct. We want you to reflect and self-correct. We want you to reflect. And what, Spirit? Self-correct. Okay, for my Capricorn. So that's what we have here. So you're having an equilibrium here happening with your mind, body, soul, and spirit connection. So if you felt like you've gotten lazy, you used to meditate a lot, but you don't meditate so much, or you used to work out a lot, but you don't work out so much, or you used to journal a lot, you don't journal anymore. You used to do vision boards, but you haven't done one in a while. You used to blank, but you don't anymore. Spirit is saying self-correct. Let's get back into that, because that equilibrium was helping a lot of blessings come into your life, was helping your mental and emotional stability, was helping your connection to spiritual source, and was helping your abundance on a materialistic level as well, as far as opportunities coming towards you. So Spirit is saying, let's return back to that. That was when you felt your best, you looked your best, and a lot of great things were happening in your life. So if you notice that things gotten stagnant in your life, the reason being is because you stopped one of these things. You got lazy, complacent, or procrastinative. So Spirit is saying, let's do this. You might have just prioritized other things over you, and you can't forget about you. So that could also be another thing. So Spirit is saying, if you're seeing repeating 333, Spirit wants you to go back in connection with the self, the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit. The mind, the body, the soul is the 3. It speaks of intelligence, it speaks of the physical temple, and it speaks of the spiritual connection to the astral realm. Okay, it's the 3. It's your connection to spirit. So we got to get back into balance with that. So whatever it is that you fell away from, you have to self-correct and go back into. That's when you were at your highest moments. We have here 321. It says boundaries. Spirit is saying that for some of you Capricorns, your message here would be that if you're having a hard time creating healthy boundaries, if you find yourself people pleasing or people tugging on your heart through playing the victim or being a certain way, knowing that they can get their way with you, it's okay to set limits. Is your number for angel number, or is your message for angel number 321. So boundaries card says you need to set a boundary. There are those who take too much, and your angels are reminding you that you don't have to let them. It's time and it's important to say no to what harms you. Think of a boundary that you could set today and then put it in place. You have the support of your angels. So for some of you guys, this is your message, okay? For some of you, it's both the message. For others of you, it'll be all 3, okay? But take what resonates, okay? But I am seeing here you're meant to set strong boundaries at this time because people are taking advantage of you, or people tug at your heart, or they get their way with you, or they make you feel bad. And it puts you back into this Capricorn not prioritizing themselves. And what do we talk about? You have to get back into equilibrium. Part of why you're out of balance is because you're giving to everything else, everyone else, and it's all about those situations and scenarios, and it's not about you, the mind, the body, the soul. What does Capricorn need to succeed? What does Capricorn need to go within and have healthy for themselves, so that way they could be a healthy relationship to someone else, right? You can't have healthy relationships outside of you if you don't have balance within yourself. And that's what Spirit is saying here. There's something out of balance that needs to be put back into alignment. So then we lead to the screenshot card. 111 is an angel number you could be seeing. And it says here, screenshot. Pause your thinking and hit the reset button. Think of the universe taking a screenshot of your frame of mind right now. Everything that is going on in your thoughts, your feelings, your goals, your dreams, your emotions are replicated at this time. It's in a screenshot. The universe has a screenshot of how you feel right now. Get on a high vibration quickly so you can manifest your best life moving forward based on what's on this screenshot. If Spirit took a screenshot of what is on your mind when it comes to the good, the bad, and the ugly, Spirit is saying, let's filter out the bad and the ugly and replace that with good things that match the other good things in there, right? Spirit is saying this is your time to manifest your best life moving forward. Recall a positive memory that stirs an emotion, such as love, peace, a good routine, gratitude, right now in full and in living color. Because you may be black or white. You might be this or that. You might be giving, and not receiving. And Spirit is trying to get you to take a screenshot of what you're doing right now. Take a screenshot of how you're feeling right now. Take a screenshot of how it's making your body feel physically, your mental and emotional self feel, right? And see if that is in alignment to you still, or see if where we need to change that, okay? So this is nice. I love this reading for you, Capricorn. So this is going to be your reading for my Capricorn gang in the building, all right? This is such a spiritual message, such a good spiritual gangster message too, because I see you creating those healthy boundaries as needed and as you should, okay? So my greatest all time, go be great. Have a great Friday, and I will see you in the next one for the Chosen One read. So we're going to wrap it up here. We're going into my Aqua gang. Unite. Where's my Aquarius? You already know. Let's tap in. All right. So let's see, Aquarius. Let's get into my Aqua gang, my Aqua bots. Unite. Where's my Aquarius at? Drop your zodiac sign down in the chat room below. Let me know you're the superheroes of the building. Let me know you're here to save the day. My Chosen One Aqua bots. Let's get it. What do we have here for my Aquarius? What do we have here for my Aquarius? Hi, Anish. Hi, Sierra. Taurus, you say you need a fast? That's a good idea. You said it was definitely good. I'm so glad that you got the messages. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a great angel number. That's beautiful. Hi, Ashley. How you doing? Hi, Louise. How you doing? All right. Got Bernadette, Sierra, Anish. Hey, you guys. Happy Friday. We be vibing. Y'all excited? It's a good Friday. We're having a good day. Yes. We're coming in to the messages with Chosen One energy. We love to see it. We love to see it. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let's get it. What do we have here for my Aquarius, my Aquabots? What do we have here for my Aquabots? Let's see. My birds are in the background chirping for you guys. What do we have here for the Chosen One message? What do they need to pay attention to? It says on the title here to this read, pay attention, okay? You're receiving signs, okay? So let's see what the signs are that are in your life right now, or the synchronicities are trying to tell you at this time for your highest good, for my Chosen One Aquabots. Let's see. Whoa. Strong card, strong energy coming out. Hot card, hot card. So we have here 483. You could be seeing repeating 4s, 8s, or 3s, or you could be seeing these cards repeating, or I'm sorry, these numbers repeating individually. But it says here, inner acceptance. Receive self-love. Ooh. Ooh, I like this card. And it's pink. It's pretty. So we have here, the quickest way to find acceptance in your life is to first gift it to yourself. Your angels notice that you need to work on positive self-talk and positive self-care. Sit in meditation right now with your hands on your heart chakra. So hands on your heart, and repeat this mantra, aka affirmation, a few times until it begins to sink in. I receive self-love. I receive self-love. So if everybody wants to participate now, you could do it now or you could do it later. But I'm going to put my hand on my heart because I do have Aquarius in my chart. And I'm going to do this really quick with you guys. All right. So let's tap in. I receive self-love. 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 Wow. That was powerful, right, you guys? That's good. Not me yelling right after. Ooh, sorry. We're trying to stay peaceful. Okay. I receive self-love. Right? That was good. I loved it. It was nice. So you want to do that, okay? In the moments that you feel overwhelmed, in the moments that you feel as though you need to work on positive self-talk because maybe you're in negative environments or in negative thinking, take a moment to give to yourself. This is part of self-love and self-care. Part of self-care is giving yourself the right affirmations that you need, okay? To get through your day or to get through your week. And sometimes to remind yourself who the F you are, okay? So accept inner peace, self-love, and self-care, and good self-talk. Okay, so that's what Spirit is saying here. Beautiful. Love that. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck following that message. Wow. This is nice. Wow, the 800 is here. It says spiritual downloads. I saw this earlier for a different zodiac sign. I can't remember who it was. If you guys remember, type it down in the chat. But it says 800. So you could be seeing repeating eights or zeros. But it says here, spiritual downloads. As you are self-loving and self-caring on yourself, as you are going through this positive self-talk, even in the moments where you feel overwhelmed, Spirit is saying prepare for new knowledge to be downloaded at this time to you, chosen one. Wow, Aquarius, this is fire. And it says here, this is an alert from your guides. Your angels are indicating that you will be receiving new information in the form of realizations, wisdom, and emotions. Sit in meditation and focus your energy on opening up your crown chakra, the top of your head, right? Opening up your thoughts. What did we talk about? We talked about self-talk, right? Ooh, we talked about that. This is in alignment to that, the crown chakra. So your heart chakra and crown chakra need a little extra love right now, okay, is what Spirit is saying. So it says here, sit in meditation and focus on the energy opening from your crown chakra, the top of your head, in preparation for this divine light. Picture loving light flowing into you with ease and through the top of your head into your entire being. So picture a white light or a yellow light, or picture a beautiful color that's your favorite, just opening up your mind, washing away any negative thoughts, right? Picture like a light beam or a laser beam, right? Just shooting on the top of your head and literally clearing out all that gunk in your body and replacing it with positive self-talk, self-love, self-care, right? Part of that is saying, I receive self-love. And while you're doing this, I receive self-love, you could also visualize in your mind that everything negative that was on your mind or in your heart or in your body is being washed away energetically through this light. Okay, so a lot of you chosen ones know how to do this already. And for others of you, this is new to you. Okay, so practice that. I know it sounds silly. I know a lot of people don't believe in visualization or they don't think it works. But if you ask any child, that's still a child. That's not tainted by society yet. They will tell you, I have a big imagination. So it's going back to that. We need to activate that as adults, okay? We need to activate that to become ourselves and this chosen path that we chose back, okay? To sustain the chosen one energy and to nurture it, we need to do these things through visualization, through good self-talk, through affirmations, through journaling, through meditation, through prayer, right? These are the things that are required, okay? So this is the thing that's going to keep you manifesting, keep you open-minded and clear and healthy from the inside out, right? So this is very important. A lot of people think, oh, if I just eat good and exercise, I'm healthy. You have to get spiritually in balance because it's not enough to just be healthy on the outside and the inside. You also have to be healthy soul, from a soul connection level, okay? Doesn't matter your religion or your spirituality. On a soul level, you have to have a good, healthy balance, okay? So there is that, okay? So that's beautiful. So that's going to be your message, Aquarius. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I love these two cards for you. Beautiful. Spiritual downloads and inner acceptance is being activated at this time. So if you find that that message was for you, give it a like here on the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in your space. Let's tap into my Pisces. What do we have here for my Pisces gang, biddies and zaddies? Y'all coming into this room like, dang, is this really OGB's room or did I just go into a different live stream? Why is she so peaceful? Because I wanted to do it this way. Don't judge me. Just go with it. I was so chaotic last night. But this is how I am, you guys. I really am deep like this. When I'm around my tribe, and I'm in my chosen one reading, when I'm around my tribe, you ever notice when you're around your tribe, how grounded and centered you are? When we're in the all live zodiac sign reads, that's fun and chaotic, and we're doing cartwheels and we're haki-keying. But when it's time to get in our chosen one energy, there's a time and a place. Does that make sense? So this is my vibe most of the time. This is how I am. But I like to have a good time with you guys in the zodiac sign readings and the other live streams we do with career and love. But when we get into spirituality and soul level, know that she's a spiritual gangster, okay? And that I be tapping into other things beyond what you guys may seem to know me as, right? And so I like doing these types of readings, and I really do find it's a time and a place. And sometimes it's time to be serious and soulful and spiritual, and other times it's time to be fun and haki-keying and getting the tea and spilling it all over the spread like we do in our career and love readings. But I feel like it's important to have a time and a place where we do that, okay? So this is the chosen one reads. This is what they're all about, and this is a calm space. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. What do we have here for my Pisces? Where are my Pisces, my fishy fish? Where's my koi fish? Hello? Where's my flounder, my clownfish? Some of y'all so funny. Where's my Dories of the building? Just keep slamming. Are y'all swimming up and pulling up to the stream? Let's get it. Taurus is outside with it. I see Taurus Nation outside with it. Hi, Tay Babe. You made it to the live. I hope there's a message here for you, which I know there will be, because if you made it here and you're in the room, there is a message for you. So let's get into the messages. Spirit is saying, pay attention. Okay, you're receiving the signs. There's some type of signs that you're being activated right now. Okay, chosen ones, we're going into my Pisces. What is Spirit saying about the activation that's happening for Pisces right now? What do we have here for my Pisces? We're almost done with the readings, you guys. What do we have here for my Pisces? My Pisces, what do they have here? What are the signs telling them? What are they meant to pay attention to? Wow. Okay. There's a card that flew out. We have victory. We have fulfillment and unchain yourself. Wow, these are beautiful. I like these cards. Nice. You have a 999 here. You could be seeing repeating nines or your life path 9. That would make a lot of sense to a Pisces because you guys are the oldest sign of the zodiac. And the last stage of a life path number would be the 9 before the 10, which is the 1. So the 9 before the restarting of the life path, which starts at the 1. Okay, so there is this energy of fulfillment here coming through with that 999. We also have 828 saying victory on this card, and 501 telling you to unchain yourself. Okay, so there's a message here for you, highly high vibrational here for you to hear and see. So let's read each card. It says here, victory. Be content with what you've done. Recall all the sacrifices that you have made, the work that you have done and did, and the truths that you uncovered. Your angels applaud you and send you celebratory energy. Show them that you receive it by thanking yourself out loud right now, perhaps even dancing, or even singing along to your favorite happy song. Feel the divine flow through you. Wow, so there's something here that you need to celebrate your small wins and your big wins in the present moment, and even the wins that you received of the past, big or small. There's something about you continuing to keep going and going and going and going, like the Energizer Bunny, and not really acknowledging the celebration, the parts of yourself where you actually did really, really well. Or if you have been in this energy, Spirit is saying you missed one thing. So figure out what that one thing was and celebrate that today. So Spirit is saying here, show your guides, your angels, your ancestors, the universe, God, source, creator, show them that you receive the sacrifices that you've made, the hard work that you've done, the truth that you uncovered. Show them that you receive that they led you on this path by celebrating yourself, okay? By celebrating these wins, okay? And you could do this through something creative like dancing. Dancing is a great way to celebrate. Singing is a great way to feel good about yourself and celebrating, whether you're singing in the shower, in your house, in the car, right? There's something here about you feeling in divine flow, okay? So Spirit is saying, don't forget about celebrating, okay? Maybe that one thing you forgot or all of the things, okay? So we have here that as a good reminder. So you could be getting that sign and Spirit wants you to pay attention to that. We have here 999. The angel number 999 speaks of fulfillment, okay? And on this card, it reads, visualize what's next. The cycle you have been carrying out is reaching fulfillment. You are at the finish line of your goals, and it's time to start leveling up to visualize some new goals. What can you do to tie up loose ends? Explore this question today in quiet reflection. So Spirit is saying, what can you do to close up and tie up loose ends? So that way you can have gratitude of what you have accomplished, but also carry out the new version of yourself or the new goals or the new visualization, the new thing that you desire. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here, Pisces. And also we have 501. 501 says, unchain yourself. Release the negative. There's a space inside of you being used to hold the bitterness of the past. Your angels implore you to keep the lessons, but let go of the resentment. Keep the lessons, but let go of the resentment. You don't need to feel bad in order to protect yourself from these things happening again. Take a moment now to visualize the anger you hold. And now picture yourself giving it back to the person or the place you received it from. I feel the freedom is your affirmation for this read. I just got that naturally. That kind of just came out. It's not literally on the card. I feel the freedom is your affirmation to this read. Clock it, Pisces. That was internal channel. I feel the freedom. Okay? It says here, feel the freedom of not having to hold that anger any longer. So free yourself from any anger, resentment, guilt, worries, doubts, scarcity mindset, fears that you don't know that you need to heal from or release, or you do know that you need to heal from and release. Figure out what that is what Spirit is saying, and release that negativity. Because bitterness of the past, you can't visualize what's next or go through a new chapter or a new door of your life or go towards your new beginnings or a new version of yourself, still vibrating from the old version of yourself that's still guilty, hurt, unhappy, or resentful of the past. Okay, so that's what Spirit is saying. In order for us to have great abundance, we have to unchain ourselves from the past. And so then that speaks of releasing negative people, places, things, and experiences that you might still be holding close to your chest or in your mind that you reflect on in a negative way. Hold the space for that. Okay. Take a moment to visualize the anger, the fear, or whatever it is that you hold that is of the past that is negative. Hold the space for that. Recognize it right now. And now picture yourself giving it back, right? Giving it back to that person, place, or thing you received it from. A good affirmation for this reading, or a good, I would say, mantra to send back energy without having it come back to you. Because a lot of people say, may all negative energy be returned back to the sender. If you return it back to the sender, it's going to come right back to you. But you have to return it back to the sender with loose ends tied. So tied in a pretty little bow back to the sender so it doesn't get sent back to you. Right? So Spirit is saying there's a way to do that. And I'm going to teach you a way to do this that another reader on this platform has taught other spiritual beings to do this, other people who are light workers to do this. Okay. I'm going to teach you a way that I've learned from another light worker on how to do this. Okay. Now, you want to say to yourself, I call my power back from any person, place, or thing, or you could say the person's name, or you could say whoever or whatever it is if you want to say whatever that thing is. But I'm going to say person, place, or thing. You could pick whatever it is. I call my power back from a person, place, or thing, blessed and transmuted. I call my power back from this person, place, or thing, blessed and transmuted. I call my power back from this person, place, or thing, blessed and transmuted. See how you wrapped it up by saying blessed and transmuted? Okay, we're taking our power back, and whatever somebody was doing with it, we're taking it and we're transmuting it from darkness to light and bringing it back to ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Now, a way to send it back to the sender, any negativity they may have sent you. This is how you're going to wrap up this mantra. So you could say that first. And then the second step is to say, may all negative energy be returned back to that person, place, or thing, blessed and transmuted. May all negative energy be returned back to the person, place, or thing, blessed and transmuted. May all negative energy be returned back to this person, place, or thing, blessed and transmuted. See how you wrap it up? You wrap up that negativity that they sent you, and instead of sending a brick back, you wrap it up and you bring it light and you send it back to them. Because if they're still vibrating from negative, dark energy or negativity, they're going to receive light and it's going to activate their healing. So it doesn't perpetuate the problem and they don't send it back to you. And if they were, you got just sent back your light. You see what I'm saying? So that's the way you do it. So that way it doesn't come back to you and it's just not returning energy, negative energy back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So these are the things that you want to say to alchemize it. Exactly, Genesita, to alchemize it so it doesn't get sent back to you. And if it does, it's only your light, the blessed and transmuted part that got sent back. You see what I'm saying? So you just rigged the system. You just have the cheat code, okay? I just gave it to you. And I learned this from another reader, beautiful reader. She's on my channel, on my homepage. I believe her logo is 333 on her link. I forget her name. I haven't been on our channel forever. Hold on. If you guys want to follow her, she is a very amazing reader. She reads for the collective. She doesn't read for zodiac signs, but she's really, really dope, and I like following her. Her name is Goddess Energy, and her icon to her YouTube channel is 333, and it's pink, and it has a heart. So she's on my homepage. If you want to scroll down, you'll see top tier baddies to watch, and these are my particular people that I like to go to and watch for my own zodiac sign, because I can't read my own zodiac sign. So I'll go to them for my own zodiac sign reading, Gemini. But she ended up doing a video about how to transmute and send back negative energy sent to you in a proper way, where it doesn't matter what they do with the energy, it will never come back to you. It's wrapped up and sent back with love and light. So that's what I have for you guys, Pisces. I don't know who needs to hear that, who needs to use this spiritual tactic or way of releasing negativity, but it goes with this card, okay? And your affirmation for the reading, I taught you that mantra, but the affirmation for the reading is, I feel the freedom. I feel the freedom. So when you're visualizing the anger you hold, or the resentment or the fear, picture yourself giving it back to the person, place, or thing you received it from. And the way you do that is by saying the thing that I just taught you, okay? The first step and the second step, okay? So, and you could do those steps in reverse too. You could send back the negativity first and then call back your energy, or you can call back your energy and then remove the negativity. It doesn't matter which way you do it, but you have to do both, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy, Pisces. I hope I taught you something today, and I hope that you receive this message with love and light. So thank you so much for being here, Ashe. And let's tap into my Aries. Let's get it. What do we have here for my chosen one, Aries? Okay. That's why I like doing these chosen one readings, y'all, because you'll be learning a lot of stuff that I'll be learning for other gurus, other readers. Also things that I've also taught myself. But that was something I had to give credit to another reader for, because she taught me that through a live stream that I was watching years ago. So I love that. Okay. I love that. And I teach that to people all the time. So what do we have here for my Aries? Ashe. What do we have here for my Aries? Ashe. Hey, you guys. Who's an Aries? Drop your fireballs down in the chat. Let me know you're Aries up in the building. Jody. Thank you so much, Miss Aquarius. I appreciate you. Hi, Tebe. Thank you so much. Lucky Dude. Thank you for the beautiful, loving energy. Thank you so much for that. Ashe. Let's tap in. What do we have here for my Aries? What's their angel message of the day? What is something that you guys need to pay attention to, and what signs you were receiving from the universe, God's first creator, your angels, your ancestors? What is this for you? We'll tap into the chosen one energy for my Aries. What do we have here for my Aries gang in the building? Ooh, let me get this card. Hold on. It fell on the floor, you guys. It fell on the floor, you guys. Let's see. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. So we have here 900, okay? 900. It says here, okay? Effects. What you give is what you get. So the energy you put out is the energy you get back. The energy you put out is the energy you get back, okay? And so Spirit is saying, remember what this is, okay? There is an effect here happening, okay, of energy exchange. And it says here, all you have sent into the world has been collected and multiplied and is ready to be sent back to you. Take a moment now to reflect. What realizations have you had in recent interactions with people and places? Journal about these lessons you have learned and how you plan to use it to grow in the future. So for my Aries, and it's angel number 123 right now. A lot of people are clocking the angel number 123. All right. For a lot of you Aries, you have sent out a lot of good energy to everybody. And people could have been takers, and they could have not have given you anything back. And Spirit saw that, you know. But you gave so unconditionally. In a lot of areas of your life, you could have gave your time, your energy, your coin, your mind, your emotions, your care, your empathy, right? There's a lot that you gave. And Spirit says, no worries, Aries, my chosen ones. This was not done in vain, okay? I'm going to be sending you back the energy you just gave the collective over the past few years, okay? So, Aries, think of every good deed you have done. Think of every good thing you have said. Think of all the things that you did while people were watching that were great and good and for your highest good and for the highest good of others. And all the things that you did when people weren't watching that were for other people's highest good and the highest good of your own. You had this integrity about you, Aries, and you've done a lot, okay? And Spirit is saying you get what you gave, okay? So remember that. Don't get bitter in your heart. For some of you, Aries are being challenged right now because the people or the places around you or your environment, so to speak, is creating some type of resentment or some type of tit for tat or anger. It's creating some type of challenge here for you to hold the space for your integrity, to hold the space for doing good, even if you don't get good back, right? And Spirit is saying everything that you have done, all the lessons that you received, the life experience that you received in being a giver, and I'm not saying a people pleaser, although you may have been a people pleaser. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying like the giving that you have gave. A lot of people didn't deserve that, what you gave, but you gave it anyway, unconditionally. And Spirit is saying, we saw you do that. Even when the people who received it didn't, we saw you did that. And now you are receiving the effects of that. You are going to be receiving tenfold, Aries. So if you guys are wondering, did I do all that in vain? When I was in that relationship, or when I was in that workplace, or when I was taking care of someone else's kids, or when I was paying for other people's things, or when I was, fill in the blank. Spirit is saying, no, that is not in vain. We saw it. We tallied it. The tally is up. We are about to give you something that is a beautiful gift, and it is from divine source creator. It is from the universe. It is from your angels. So don't think we forgot about you. Keep that same energy. Keep that same integrity. Continue to do that. Continue to grow, learn the lessons. Use your discernment. Of course, create healthy boundaries. Not everyone deserves your time, your energy, your light, your money. So use discernment, but at the same time, still keep that energy. Be your giving self. There's nothing wrong with what you did and what you are doing. Okay? Spirit wants you to know that if you've been seeing repeating nines or zeros or 900, 9 o'clock on the dot, if you've been catching 9 o'clock on the dot, AM or PM, Spirit is saying here, you are about to receive what it is that you gave. And this is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So that's what I'm seeing here. Beautiful energy. Ooh. I like it, you guys. What are you going to be receiving? I don't know, but it feels good. It feels good. It feels great. It feels good. All right. So we have here 830. 830 is on the bottom of the deck as your angel message of the day for paying attention to the signs you're receiving. Spirit is saying, I'm giving you signs that you're about to receive a blessing for being a blessing to others. And 830 says, start small. How you begin matters. So this is a whole separate message. So this one says, for some of you Aries, your message you're receiving right now from Spirit says, your angelic guides affirm that your dreams, the dreams that you have been working hard for and working towards living or living in, the seeds are embedded in your daily activities, okay? Today, do every little thing as you were or as you would if it were larger, okay? So even if your seed isn't fully grown, do it as if it grew into a big tree and you're trying to still maintain it, okay? Spirit is saying treat your seed like it's already grown from the mustard seed into the tree that it's going to be, right? Treat it like that from just the beginning. How you start matters, okay? So start small. And if it's small, it's okay to put some added detail into your daily work. So if you want to cook a fabulous, extra fabulous dinner for yourself, do that. Or if you want to expand a little on a workout that you have, you want to put additional effort on a workout, on you working out, do that. Spirit is saying reflect on how every choice that you make in your daily life, big or small, can move you forward into your long-term goals, can multiply, basically is what it's saying. So Spirit is saying, even if it's something small, like say you've never actually given yourself time out of the day to give yourself a nice cooked meal for yourself. You too worried about cooking for other people, your husband, your wife, your kids, your friends, your roommates, family members. You're too busy giving, right? But did you actually make time to create an extraordinary dinner for yourself? No. So Spirit is saying, hey, why don't we do that? Why don't we take a day or a night or an hour to do that? Okay. These are the small little seeds that you can create in your life. Okay. So that way you can appreciate yourself just a little bit more. This could be also in like maybe your efforts during working out. Maybe you only do 5 reps. Okay. Maybe you're ranking it up to 10. Okay. I don't know. So take it how it resonates. But I am seeing here it could be in your daily life, or it could be with a particular dream. If it's not with a goal or like your daily life, then it's with a dream. Okay. And this could speak of your own endeavors, if you want to create your own business or sustain a business that you've already created or something like that. Spirit is saying, we want you to spend a little extra effort and additional effort at this time, because every choice that you make in your daily life or with this dream to move forward will help you reach your long-term goals. And I know it seems insignificant. You're like, well, how does creating a really nice dinner for myself one day get me closer to my long-term goals, when it has nothing to do with that? Really? It has nothing to do with it? Think about that. Think about that for a second. You making time for yourself to put care into what you're putting into your body and to make yourself a meal that you don't have to buy, but that you have bought the ingredients to create yourself, doesn't get you closer to your long-term goal? What if while you are cooking that beautiful meal and as you're eating it, you have a revelation and you're like, "Oh, I know what I'm going to do with my own business." Or I know what business I'm going to start. Or, oh, I know what I want to do tomorrow. Or, oh, this feels good. I like cooking a lot. Maybe I should cook more for myself and stop eating out. You don't know what revelations you're going to have. You don't know what's going to get you to your long-term goal. You don't know what type of download you're going to get, right? And so Spirit is saying, tend to those small seeds, because you never know which one's going to grow into that tree. Does that make sense? And it could be all those seeds that actually end up growing into that tree. So that's what I have for you, Aries, so far. Let's get into the last message. Let's look on the other side of starting small. I just pulled the Oracle deck card on the other side. And it says here 255. You could be seeing repeating 9s, 0s, 2s, 5s, 8s, and 3s separately, or you could be seeing these numbers together. But this card here says new choices. And so Spirit, for some of you guys, your message is that you need to pay attention, because you're receiving the sign that you're meant to make a new choice. Changes are indicators. Changes are coming, and they will bring new decisions for you to make. Your angels encourage you to greet these changes with assurance that your intentions are coming to be. Reflect on negative emotions or negative worries that you've been ruminating on lately, and take time to visualize it withering and disappearing into the universe and letting that go. Spirit is saying there's no need to worry, hurry, scurry. There's no need to be in fear or scarcity mindset. There's no need to be negative, angry, or resentful. Spirit is saying changes happening in your life are indicators that you're meant to make a decision, and that there's something here that may not look the way that you pictured or you desired, but this change is leading you into a new version of yourself or a new outcome that you may not get or see in the moment, but you will realize a lot later, okay? So that's what I'm having here. Pop up for you, new choices, starting small, and effects. So the effect that you gave to the collective, or the contribution you gave to the world or people closest to you, circumstances, situations, things, workplaces, is coming back to you tenfold. And Spirit is saying start small as well, to begin something that you may have been putting on the back burner, okay? Because for some of you guys, whatever gift that you receive from the universe will actually be abundant to implement into a lifestyle, or a business endeavor, or a creative thing that you want to do in your life, or maybe a particular asset that you need, like a home, okay? So there's something here about how you begin is what matters, okay? And these things still matter even in the now. So keep that same integrity, Aries. Keep that same dignity. Keep that same boundary. Keep that same journey of yourself. Don't change for anybody else. But Spirit is saying if there are changes in your environment, those are your signs. If there are people, places, and things changing around you or falling away, those are your signs that you're meant to make a final decision. Is this something worth keeping in my energy, or is this something meant to release? And so then there goes that new choice. There goes that new clarity. So that's what I have for you guys. Summing up the reading, all of these messages could have been yours, or one of these messages could have resonated with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. We're about to get into Taurus. Shout out to the gang. Thank you, Taurus, for being very patient for your reading. I've seen a few Tauruses in the building who have been here since the beginning of the live stream. I appreciate that patience, all right? You guys are so very nice for being here. I appreciate you. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe to the channel. And also like the video. Like the videos here on the channel. It really helps my channel grow. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's get started. Where are my bulls at? Drop your bulls down in the chat. I want to see a whole stampede. Where are my bulls? Let's get it. Taurus Nation. I know you've been waiting, so here we go. Hi, Druzy. How you doing? Happy Friday. LA BBs. You said that's too crazy. This is 100% your reading. You needed this. I'm so glad I gave you that clarity and that advice and guidance. Beautiful. Yes. You see it? LA needed that read. I love when I hear confirmation like that, you guys. Leave your confirmation in the live stream chat or in the comments below underneath this video. I love seeing stuff like that. I eat it up. Because Spirit is giving me the confirmation of what I'm contributing to you guys. And sometimes I need that extra pick-me-up and that confirmation that this is resonating and that y'all really appreciate being here. As much as I love doing it, you know? Equal give and take. It feels good. It's good. All right, so let's get it. Hi, Bay Area. You said Taurus and Jupiter. Let's get it. All right, so you can watch for any Taurus placement that you have. You could watch for any Zodiac sign placement that you have. You don't always have to just watch for the Zodiac sign that we're on. So keep that in mind. Let's get into my chosen one energy for the read for Taurus. My chosen one message for Taurus. Pay attention to the signs, okay? Pay attention to the signs you are receiving. The signs. So pay attention. This is going to be the sign or the answer to the sign that you've been seeing. If y'all been seeing a lot of angel numbers, you're like, I don't know. What's the sign? What's it trying to tell me? This is your read. Class is in sesh. You say you're making a smoothie? Ooh, that sounds good. Enjoy your smoothie, Taurus. Whoa. Very powerful card. Almost took my shoulder out. All right, so let's say, wow, we have here, two of the cards have the same color on them. Turquoise. You could like turquoise. Turquoise could be your favorite color, or blue. But it says here, listen. And then we also have channel anxiety. So you could be seeing repeating 2s, 1s, 5s, or 9s. You could be seeing these numbers in combination to each other, like 251 or 292. But this is the angel numbers that Spirit is trying to send you in order to give you a message. So let's see. Spirit is saying, listen. And let me read what this card says. It says here, be open to hearing good advice. When you hear good advice, you'll hear it more than once and from multiple sources. Right now, be alert. Your angels are giving you a message, channeling it through people and places around you. Listen carefully today to all the patterns and the signs. as they are messages, and it is up to you to find the common link to what those messages mean. There is good advice to be uncovered. Wow. So, Taurus, you're receiving messages. Maybe through conversation with other people. Maybe you see it out while you're driving on a billboard on the freeway. Maybe you're just ordering your coffee or your matcha, and there's a sign, there's an angel number on your cup of coffee because you were order number 777 or 222 or whatever the number was. Spirit is trying to give you messages. So be self-aware, be conscious, and pay attention, because the angels say, listen carefully today to all the patterns and the signs, as these are messages to find the common link to good advice that they're trying to give you. So Spirit is trying to give you good advice. I like this. I like that a lot. So listen, okay? Listen with your eyes, listen with your ears, okay? Because Spirit is saying they're sending you messages and signs both ways, ones that you could see and ones that you could hear. Pay attention to the conversations that other people are having. You know, there was one time when I was chilling outside and I was at a park, and there was these two people. I was like I was having a picnic with myself, and there was these two people sitting on the park bench, and I, wrapped up my stuff. I was sitting in the grass. I wrapped up my stuff, and I was thinking about something deeply as I was wrapping up my blankets and stuff, and I was thinking about a relationship that I was going through at that time. It was a relationship trial that I was going through at the time, and it was very heavily on my mind, which is why I went to the park. So when I wrapped up my blanket and I ended up walking past these people on the park bench, right? The conversation that these people were having amongst each other was the sign that Spirit was trying to give me the entire time. And one of the girls said, yeah, she said to the other girl, yeah, no, I definitely have to learn how to believe it when I see it, because I always try to find the receipts. I don't need a receipt. That is a receipt. I need to believe everything that I'm seeing, because if someone's showing me that, then, that's telling me everything I need to know. And as I'm walking past, she said something around the lines of that. But as I'm walking past, I'm like, oh, snap. That's my answer. As I'm walking past, I just knew it. I knew it. In that moment, I was like, that conversation, I was meant to wrap up my blanket at that moment from the grass to put into my bag and walk past these two girls having a separate conversation that I don't know from a can of paint. I was meant to walk past them at that particular time, at that part of their conversation, in order to hear the answer to the problem that I was already thinking about heavily in my mind about a relationship that wasn't working out. You see what I'm saying? Spirit, angels, the universe is always aligned. And if you're listening and if you're watching, you will see it and hear it happen. So that's why Spirit is saying, listen today, because this is going to help you get the answers you need. You see that? Love it. Love it. I soak it up. So that's why I'm saying, pay attention to what you're thinking when you see certain signs or hear certain things, because whatever you were thinking in the moment is the answer to whatever it is that you're being shown. Okay? If you're like, should I go to that party? And you're like driving on the freeway on the way back home from work, and you're like, should I go to that party? And you walk past and you drive past a billboard that says, party on. That's your sign to go to that party. You don't know if you're going to meet somebody. You don't know if you're going to make new memories, new friends, have a good time, or that it's just saying it's going to be good vibes. You see what I'm saying? You're going to get the signs. You just got to be conscious and self-aware. So pay attention. Listen with your eyes, listen with your ears when it comes to the universe. We have here 292, channel anxiety. This could be a whole separate message. It doesn't have to match the message that I just had. But let's tap in. Let's see what this card says for my Taurus. It says here, create positive distractions to reroute your nervous energy. To reroute your nervous energy. Okay, so create positive distractions. I never heard that before. So it says here, in order to help your anxiety, Taurus, if you have anxiety, if you get overwhelmed, if you feel like there's too much going on all at once, Spirit is saying create a positive distraction that will reroute that nervous energy and make it more productive. It'll pour it into something. So it says here, your angels are validating that the anxious anxiety and grief that you are experiencing can be overwhelming. Your angels are with you presently. They urge you to channel those emotions into a positive distraction. Clear your energetic space to create an oasis for something enjoyable and unrelated to your anxieties by cleansing yourself with water in some way. Take a bath or a shower or go to a swimming pool or a beach if possible. Wow. I like this for you. Karina, you said you just saw a butterfly as you were walking out of work. What were you thinking about when you saw that butterfly? Always recall what you're thinking, you guys. Try to remember what you're thinking when you see certain signs. What were you thinking about, Karina? I'll tell you exactly what that was saying. For some of us, we have to practice remembering what we're thinking about, because for a lot of us, we're like, I don't even remember what I was thinking. It happened so quick. I don't know, OG. Well, then practice. Practice being self-aware. Trust me, I couldn't remember what I was thinking either. When I heard this from a guru to do that, and when I was like, I can't even remember what I was thinking when I saw that angel number, I'm like, shoot, let me start practicing recalling what I'm thinking in the moment. Let me slow things down, right? It's about slowing down the mind, and it's about remembering in the present moment without distraction. It's very hard, but sometimes it starts off that way and then it gets very clear. So it is possible to do, because I almost could never do it. But the more you practice, the better you get at it, okay? So I just want to say that to you. Like, if you easily forget, the more you practice, the more you'll do it. So every time you see a sign, think about what you were thinking about. And sometimes you'll remember and sometimes you won't, right? Sometimes you won't remember in the moment, but sometimes you'll remember later. You'll be like, oh yeah, I was thinking about that when I saw that. You see what I'm saying? So keep practicing, keep that muscle memory, right? Keep exercising that muscle in your mind, because I'm telling you, it does get easier. I do it all the time now. It actually helps my readings that I do for you guys, because I do it all the time now. I used to forget a lot. I don't forget that much, but when I started this channel, I used to forget a lot. I remember saying that to you guys a lot too. It was like, oh, I don't know, I forget. Like, I used to forget a lot. Now I'm starting to remember certain things in the moment. So I'm practicing it. It's a practice. You said you were thinking about a dinner date. It's going to have a transformation. It's whatever you were thinking about the dinner date with when you saw that butterfly, it's going to have some type of thing that might give you butterflies and make you feel good. And or it might be something that changes your perspective about a person. So this change could be good or negative. So going on that dinner date is something that could transform your perspective in a positive or a negative way, Karina. So that's why you saw that butterfly as you were walking out of work. So get ready for that dinner date. Keep an open mind. You're going to find out whether or not this changes for the better or not. But it's meant for you to know, okay? So follow through, and good luck on your date. Have a good time. Love it. All right. Ashley, thank you so much for the gifts. Druzy, shout out to the gifts. You guys, you said the Virgo read was magical. Druzy, yeah, I do believe it was really, really great. I love that reading for Virgo. I remember it too. We have here channeling anxiety, okay? So you guys, back to the Taurus reading. A great distraction for you guys if you're in the midst of angst, grief, overwhelm, sadness, a great way to channel that anxiety into productivity or something that is positively productive. You don't want to channel that anxiety into something negative or fester on it and build it up to become even a bigger negative monster. Spirit is saying the way to positively distract yourself could be in the form of taking a spiritual bath or taking a shower or going swimming. Now, I can give you an example of what I used to do, okay? When I would have something negative happen in my day or in my relationship, what I would do is I would actually take a shower. I don't know if you guys do that, or sometimes if it's not a shower that I would take, it's that I would wash dishes, okay? And it just depends on if I was on the verge of crying. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of my tea before I continue. So sometimes if you're on the verge of crying, a great way to release anxiety, pain, and sadness and anger and resentment or whatever it is that you're feeling, a great positive distraction is by crying in the shower. And let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. So our tears are, our body is made of water, right? Made of a great large percentage of water. That's why we're affected by water. But our body exudes and it literally pours out tears when we're happy and when we're sad. We could cry, right? Crying is cleansing because it's water. A form of water creates. Water is creation. Water brings us closer to our intuition, our clarity. Water brings us closer to ourselves, God's first creator. Water brings us closer to our answers than leading us astray. It's the way of cleansing. It's what we do to wash our dishes. It's what we it's what we use to wash our dishes. It's what we use to do our laundry. It's what we use to cleanse our bodies. So when you go into the water and you cry, when you go into the shower, you cry, you are now cleansing yourself from the inside out. Does that make sense? Because now you're in the water and you're crying and you're releasing. And what the water is doing on the outside of you, as you're releasing from the inside, these tears, what the water is doing is cleansing you from the negativity spiritually. That's how powerful water is. Water is a very powerful energy. I don't know if you guys know that you could say affirmations into your water bottle. You could speak life and manifestations into your water. Drink that water bottle and you're closer to your manifestations. I don't know if you do water rituals, water work, or work with water, but you guys should drink more water. You should talk to your water. It's like talking to plants. You ever talk to a plant every day? Probably not. But if you heard of somebody talking to a plant every day, it's growing, it's glowing, it's happy, it's standing tall, it looks greener. So imagine what that does when you talk to water and when you drink the water. Imagine what that does when you're sad and you're crying in the water and you're showering or you're bathing. Maybe you guys like to take a bath. It's the same thing with a bath, a shower. It doesn't matter what you're doing or how you're cleansing your body. You're cleansing it from the inside out. You ever feel really, really good after having a long day of like trials or challenges or just a long day in general with work or whatever, school, whatever. And you ever take a shower and just before you get into bed, you're like, oh, I feel so clean. I feel so relaxed. That's literally what a shower will do to you, or a bath will do to you if you are sad, upset, anxiety, overwhelmed. Okay? So work with water. If you don't have time to take a shower and say you're overwhelmed at work, say you're at the desk and you're like, man, I can't even take a shower or a bath. That's how I usually cleanse myself from this negativity. Go get a glass of water. Remove the coffee off your desk. Get the tea off your desk and go get you some fresh water. What I want you to do is sprinkle a little bit of salt in it, maybe like a little pinch of salt. Have more water than salt, obviously. Sprinkle a little pinch of salt, stir it in. Okay, what the salt does is it recalibrates the water. Okay, it's like recalibrating your remote control. Okay, it cleanses the water back to its mineral state because a lot of the water we drink isn't good for us. So put a little pinch of salt. It could be any salt, Himalayan salt, ionized salt, whatever salt you want to use. Put a little pinch in it. Stir it in and just drink that water. You could put ice in the water if you want to. You could drink it, at room temperature, however you like your water. But drink the water, okay? And as you're drinking the water, tell yourself positive things in your mind. Say, this water is flushing out the negativity from my mind, body, soul. This water is flushing out the negativity from my emotions. This water is flushing out any negativity that was given to me, and it is becoming blessed and transmuted. I remove it. Claim these things. Even when you're drinking water or before you drink it, you could look at the water and be like, my intention for this cup of water that I'm going to drink right now is to remove negativity. Or my water here, this water, you could literally speak life into your water. You could literally be like, I love myself. I am abundant. I am beyond what people think and feel about me. I am divine. I am divine. I am divine. And you could literally drink that water after you speak to it, and you will literally have a better day. You will literally be cleansed of anything that you were already thinking about. It might be in the back of your head, but it won't be so prevalent in your mind. It won't be so much in the forefront of your cerebral. It'll be in the back. It'll be somewhere in your pineal gland. It'll be something of a previous feeling that you've had before and a current download. Because when you do that, what happens is it removes itself from the front of your brain and it goes to the back, or it releases from your body entirely. But if it's still in your mind, it'll be in the back of your pineal gland. And in the back of your mind, if it is sitting back there, what your pineal gland is going to do is going to bring clarity. So maybe you were crying about a coworker being rude to you and you're like, you know what? I don't like the way I feel. I'm going to drink this water. I'm going to put a sprinkle of salt in it and I'm going to drink this water and I'm going to talk affirmations to it and I'm going to have this water cleanse the negativity that someone sent me, right? You drink it and then you're like, man, I'm still kind of thinking about how that person talked to me at work. I didn't really like that. And then you're going to have a download. Boom. It's your pineal gland activating that water. So it's letting you know, hey, I'm going to bring clarity to you now. Because we cleansed that energy and you gave the water time to go throughout your nervous system. Now that your pineal gland is activating the water that you drank, it's giving you clarity to the problem that you thought you had. It's not your problem. You start realizing how it's a personal problem for the coworker to be in your energy. You start realizing how much power you hold to trigger that person's demons. You start realizing that this person is projecting and it has nothing to do with you. And you start having compassion for other people in that moment or that person. And you also start having a good mother effing day. Look at that. Spiritual gangster. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, you're going to be a spiritual gangster. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing here, okay? And that is what Spirit is telling you. So whether you have to wash your hands, whether you have to drink water, whether you're going to have to take a bath or a shower, or wash the dishes to get clarity, Spirit is saying channel your anxiety, your fears, your doubts, your worries, your stresses, using water in a way to cleanse and come up with answers and to remove negativity. This is how you are going to be able to handle your anxiety. So all that medication and the pills you need to take, that's not what this is. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical person. But what I will tell you on a spiritual, energetic level, all you need is water. And that's the cheat code. All right. So that is going to be your message, Taurus. Take it how it resonates. It's not going to be for all. All right. Disclaimer, I don't know everything. I don't know your health problems or your issues or whatever. So take it with a grain of salt. But if you find that it resonates with you, take it all the way. Take it 100%. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy, my Taurus gang. That is your message. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hopefully that gave you a lot of clarity, advice, and guidance for my chosen ones. Let's get into my Geminis. Where's my Jemmy Gems? You said you was napping and you woke up for Taurus. It was meant for you to hear this read. Lucas, thank you for being here. When you're frustrated, you cry in the shower. That is so healing, Karina. Keep doing that. Keep that same energy. You get a lot of downloads. Pay attention to your thoughts when you're in the shower. A lot of downloads come. You don't have to be psychic to get downloads, child. We are all connected. Spirit is saying, I'll be telling you stuff in the shower. You be thinking that you crazy, or you be thinking that I be lying. That's what Spirit be telling you. Spirit be giving you so many downloads in the shower, y'all. Y'all don't be listening. Y'all be just trying to get in and get out. That's cool. You can get in and get out if you have things to do. But Spirit is saying, when you have a day to actually take a shower and enjoy the shower and take your time, pay attention to your thoughts. See what Spirit is telling you. See what Spirit is bringing to mind. It could be your dreams. It could be your creativity. It could be about yourself. It could be about what you want to do next. It could be about a person who you have closest to you. Pay attention. You be getting downloads in the shower. Y'all be not even realizing. You don't even notice. Okay? All right, sir. Let's see. Oh, you say you talk to trees? I love trees. I love trees. Trees are so... They're just... Every time I think of a tree, I think of the movie Avatar. I think of the movie Avatar and the tree of Oea. The tree of life that they had. That when they would plug their tails into it, that they will hear laughter and they would go to basically Gaia, okay? Because Aowa was Gaia, basically. The mother, the tree of life, the tree of souls, the mother Gaia, the mother earth. I love that. I love that concept, but it's not really a concept. I just love that they put it in the movie because it's actually true. When we plug ourselves into nature, maybe not literally, but spiritually, when we're out in nature, we are getting a lot of intuitive downloading thoughts, dreams, memories, ideas, creativity, visions. Like when we're out, we feel a lot happier, joyful, excited, connected. There's so much happening. It's very, very much like Aowa from Avatar. So I love that. All right, so let's get into it. What do we have here for my Gemmy Gems? We're almost done, you guys. And then Cancers are the last one for the day here. I don't know if you can see the chart. I'm trying to move it into your line of sight. But let's get into it. It is 12 in the afternoon right now. So let me hurry up with these reads because I got to do a little bit of errands after this. Let's get into these messages for my Geminis. What do we have here for my Gemmy Gems? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source, for the highest good. What do we have here for my Gemmy Gems? Hi, Tamika. You said this was crazy. The Taurus is in your Chiron right now, and it was right in your healing space. I love that for you. That is really cool. Ooh. Clock it. Clock that placement. OG. You said you ready for the Gemini read? Me too. You was in the shower when you logged in and Taurus happened to start. And I'm talking about doing that and you're in the shower already. Wow. Wow. That's how you know we all connected and we so in alignment. Like even when you're not even thinking about getting the message. You see how Tamika logged in, didn't even expect for me to be live streaming right now. Because I normally don't live stream on Friday mornings, which I'm going to try and do more often for the Chosen One reads. So you might see me in the future doing more of these types of readings on Friday mornings. But yeah, ain't that something crazy? Spirit, so in alignment. We're so in alignment. We're so connected to each other, you guys. Ooh. Karina, you said you just trimmed your tree. Your tree is happy. You said you sorry. Aw. Right? That's how I used to be with my plants. Even with my flowers, when I would have to trim the base, the bottom of them, I was like, I'm sorry. This is going to keep you healthy, though. This is going to keep you lasting longer. I'll be talking to my plants. I used to be a plant mama, but all my plants died. I don't have enough sunlight in my home for the plants that I wanted to keep, so they all passed away. But that's okay. They went back to Mother Gaia. That's it. That's all. All right. What do we have here for my Gemmy Gems? What do we have here for my Gemmy Gems? Hi, Yvonne. Thank you for being here. All right. Here we go. What do we have for my Geminis? What do we have here for my Geminis? When it comes to their message for the highest good, for my chosen Geminis, my chosen ones, what's the message that you've been trying to send them that they need to pay attention to, Spirit? Whoa, that came out very quickly. These messages are not playing today. Spirit says we're going to talk today. We're going to talk to them. Wow. It says 301 and 433. You could be seeing repeating zeros, ones, threes, or fours. You could be seeing these numbers together or separately repeating. But it says here, renew love, angels oversee. Okay, let's read each one. It says here, renew love. A relationship needs attention. The angels are signaling to you that it is important. An important relationship in your life needs renewal and attention. People can often get hurt or hurt the ones they love the most, and you are being called to recognize that. Who in your life could use a little extra tender loving care? Think of one way you could show a person you love that you are still, or that they are still as special to you as they were when you first met them. That as you were the day you first met them, or as they were the day you first met them. I think I butchered that ending, but basically it says here, think of the way you could show love to a person who you still care about, you know, some type of affection, a little tender loving care, a little check-in, right? And let them know that they are still as special to you as they were the first day you met them, okay? So Spirit is saying, reflect on your relationships closest to you. This doesn't have to be romantic. This could be platonic. This could be a family member, a friend, a coworker, or a romantic partner. It could be anything, any type of relationship. But Spirit is saying, go into the archives and think about someone who you haven't spoke to in a while that you would want to check in on. Oh, I just thought of somebody. I think I might do this too. And it says here, you know, when you do that, it's going to show a lot of love and appreciation. because I feel like a person may have thought you forgot about them, or you don't want to be associated with them anymore. And Geminis, you could have a tendency to do that, because you are the air sign. You're very cutting. You also like your own space. So maybe you don't try to do it on purpose. But Spirit is saying that some people may be feeling some type of way and have you on the brain. And if there's someone who comes to mind, most likely they thought about you. So check in on them. It could be a person closest to you, okay? Or a person at a distance, but check in on them. We have here angels oversee. Ask for help is what this card says. So this could be a whole entirely separate sign or message. So take this how it resonates. But it says here, you may have been feeling lost as to which direction to go in life lately. Your angels acknowledge this and ask you to put faith in them. Write down the decisions you've been putting off. Then ask your angels for divine guidance on how to proceed. Draw another card while asking for insight to your next steps. Wow. So Spirit wants you to write something down or journal. It could be it could just be writing something down in the notes of your phone, or writing something down on a sticky note, or getting a whole journal and writing something down. But Spirit is saying, if you're feeling lost as to which direction to go, if you find yourself weighing pros and cons with a person, place, or thing, Spirit is saying, put your faith in whatever decision you've been putting off by seeing it from a higher perspective. So maybe it's that you need to write things down to get things out of your mind in order to see clearly about the decisions you need to make moving forward. It's going to help you follow that intuition, okay? So maybe you need to write something down to get it out of your head, because it could be replaying in cycles in your head. It could be causing overthinking, stress, worries. So write down the pros and the cons so you could see it from a higher perspective. You could see your thoughts outside of you. And when you reread them, you might end up seeing this from a third, what is that called? A third person view. So you might be seeing it from third person perspective. And so it might be feeling like you're reading a book, or you're reading what somebody wrote you, like a text message, but it's literally your own thoughts. And when you read it from that point of view, you're going to be like, oh, I know what this person needs to do in this situation. I know exactly the decision they need to make. You know, sometimes we need to refer to ourselves in a third person perspective in order to come up with a solution to our problem or whatever is repeating in our mind, overwhelming us. So a lot of that could be through getting those thoughts and having a brain dump on paper. You see what I'm saying? It makes me feel like for some of you guys, Spirit's going to help you. Like for some of you guys who journal already, or for some of you guys who are going to start just writing stuff down when you feel like conflict or a challenge that you can't figure out an answer to, when you start writing something down, almost immediately is what I'm hearing, Spirit is going to give you the answer. It's like almost as you're writing it down, you're not even finished writing down your whole thought, but you're like, oh, I get it. 2 + 2 = 4. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, oh, I get it. I have exactly what it is that I need here. It's almost like, and especially if it has to do with relationships closest to you, because most of the time when we're in conflict in our mind, it has to do with a relationship closest to us. So if it is a relationship, these two messages will go hand in hand. But if it's not about a relationship, it could be with anything. But I am going to go to this relationship card and give you a scenario here. You guys could resonate with it. You could not. But I am going to say that if you write things down of whatever it is that you have struggles or emotions around, and you're not for certain or for sure what the answer is, start jotting it down. Just start writing it down. Even if you're like, I don't even know what I'm writing, just start writing bullet points then. Start writing pros and cons, or just start writing sentences. Be like, today I feel like this about this person because of this reason, because I feel like da 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 da, and I don't know how they feel, but I need to figure out how they feel, and blah 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 blah. You know, Spirit's gonna give you the answer to whatever it is that you're feeling and thinking in the moment, either during you writing this or after, and it's gonna allow you to have renewed love in a connection, okay, for some of you guys, or renewed care in a connection if it's platonic. So there is something about relationships kind of here, and the angels are overseeing you struggle here, and there might be an answer to your trial here, or your tribulation, your challenge, okay? Now, it does say here, draw another card while asking for insight to your next steps. So what's Gemini's next steps for insight? So I'm going to grab it from the middle of the Oracle deck, your extra card. 999, fulfillment. Look at this. That's cool. You guys could have been seeing repeating nines. You could know someone who is a life path 9 or who has a 999 tattoo. For some of you guys, nines are a repeating number you see. Maybe you see a lot of things priced at $9.99. Maybe you just see nines repeating in different ways. Maybe it's someone's address, or maybe it's on a license plate in front of you while you're in traffic. All right. But there is this energy of fulfillment. So the repeating nines, you're going to see it somehow, whether you've seen it already or not. I don't know. But it says visualize what's next. The 9, when you see it, is telling you that in order for you to have insight to your next step, you first have to visualize your next step. Isn't that crazy? That's literally what this card is saying. So in order to ask spirit for insight to your next steps, you first have to visualize it. You see what I'm saying? It's the answer. It's the answers to you asking for help. So you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm writing it down. I have it written down. I still haven't figured it out. I know kind of what I need to do, but I still don't know my next step. Well, the next step is to visualize the next step. What if you do this? What would that look like? What if you choose that? What would that look like? Is that going to affect you if you do that? And what does that look like if it does not affect you, right? It's visualizing, right? It's from thoughts to visualization combined. So Spirit is saying fulfillment. You are going to be fulfilled when you find out that something that was stuck in your head that you finally got out on paper, and that you visualize being successful, or visualize having the answer, or visualize the possible potential outcomes to it. You finally come up with an answer of, oh, I know what to do next, or I feel comfortable with doing this thing next. Oh, it almost makes you feel stupid because you're like, it feels like that should have been the answer all along. Why did it take me so long to get to that? But sometimes it takes this process. And for a lot of you Geminis, you are naturally overthinkers, but you are also highly intuitive and intelligent beings, right? You're of the mind. So that means you're of spirit. You get the downloads quicker than the average person because you're the air sign. You're quickly moving and thinking and getting it. It doesn't take you long to learn something, okay? So there is something here about, it doesn't mean that it's going to take you forever to get it. It just means that you have to go through the steps. You just got to work with yourself, okay? It's like working with someone who's autistic, right? And not saying that you're autistic, Gemini. I mean, you could be, I don't know. But it's like working with people who don't have the ability to do something that comes so easily to you. That's how you have to treat yourself. Does that make sense? So hopefully that made sense. So it's like you have to pour a little bit extra work and stages and steps and treat yourself as you would treat someone else who, you know, things don't come as easily to them, right? Whether they have a disability or not. I used autism as an example because, you know, some people have a hard time working with autistic people. Some people have a hard time working with people with ADHD. And, you know, these are the examples. Your mind is so cluttered that sometimes you have to break it down into digestive form. And because of these steps that we do, Gemini, it really helps us as air signs really get the answers that we seek. Okay, so these are the steps that you need for some area of your life that you need extra clarity on, or you can't make a decision on. These are the messages and the signs that Spirit have been sending you. Okay, so if you've been seeing a lot of signs, synchronicities, totems, omens, or angel numbers, or whatever, Spirit is saying these are the signs that I need you to pay attention to, because these are the steps where you get the answers to the decision that you feel like you have been stuck on in order to create the answer to the problem. Okay, so there is this energy of that. So I hope this helps. Okay. We have here, visualize what's next. I'm going to read what this card says. It says, the cycle you've been carrying out is reaching fulfillment. You are at the finish line of your goals, and it's time to start leveling up to visualize some new goals. What can you do to tie up loose ends? Explore this question today in quiet reflection. Okay, so that is going to be your assignment today, as far as like what spirit has been trying to send you as an angel sign to your chosen one reading. So this is going to be your message. This is what you needed to pay attention to. This is what the sign that you're receiving from your angels want you to know. And it could be with any area of your life. It could be with a person, place, or thing. It could be with your own spirituality. I don't know. Only you know what's best for you. But this is going to be your message, Gemini. This is a beautiful message. I love this message. Oh my God, so much. So much. So much. It was so good. All right, let's move on to my Cancers. We need the answers. Wow, I feel like I was doing the Gemini reading forever. It only took 15 minutes. Why do I feel like I was on Geminis forever? I feel like I would have looked at the time and it would have been 12:30 already. But that actually took me 15 minutes to channel. For me, that feels like record time, especially in Gemini's energy. Wow, it's only 12:15 over here, and I started your reading at 12 on the dot. I remember seeing 12 on the dot when I started. That's cool. I like it. All right, well, last sign of the day. Let's get into Cancers. We need the answers. Shout out to my Cancer gang in the building. All right. Let's get into your zodiac signs. Message for my chosen one reading for my Cancers. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can book with me. The link is in the description box below. I like this new Oracle deck that I have, right? You like this new Oracle deck, you guys? It's so cool. Thank you, Ashlays, for the gift. You said not your message to tell you to write stuff down. You got a cute pen from your coworker. Use the pen. Ashley's use the pen. It's cute. Hi, David. Tamika. Good at everything and nothing at the same time. That's facts. That is part of the puzzle piece. Hi, Karina. You say your life path 9. Oh, that's an awesome life path. You're on your last life path cycle. Hi, Tebe. You learned a lot from the Gemini reading? Yes. You could have Gemini in your chart, Tebe. Maybe not. But yeah, look at this. Look at how pretty the colors are on this. I was just holding this up, talking to the chat, but look at the pretty colors. It looks like aura. Like, it looks like an aura. You ever hear people like where they could just like see your aura and they tell you what color your aura is? It literally looks like an aura deck. I love these cards. Who gifted me these? Hold on, I gotta do a cute little shout out to the person who gifted me these before we continue with Cancer's reading. Who gifted me these? It was one of you guys who are my OGs. I'm about to go back into the registry here and see who gifted me these. Wow, Yvette bought me more stuff. Oh, Yvette is going all out. She just bought me more things for my birthday wish list that is not even my birthday season. Oh my God, shout out to Yvette. Oh my God, if you're in the building, thank you. I just saw that you bought more stuff. Thank you so much. I can't wait to get that. I can't wait to take a picture. All right, so let's say, who gifted me these Angel Oracle cards? It was Yvette. Bye. The person that bought me more stuff is the person who bought this Oracle card deck that we're using today in the live stream chat for the Chosen One read on June 1st. On June 1st. Yeah, so shout out to Yvette buying me my whole freaking registry. Guys, I'm back. That was my fault. We froze. Guys, I'm back. That was my fault. We froze. That was my fault. We froze. I was clicking around doing stuff and I messed it up. We're back. Are we back? You guys are here? Let me stop clicking around because I just messed it up. I'm over here clicking. I clicked out of the freaking studio. Okay. That's my fault. We're back. Anyways, I had to see who gifted me. It was Yvette. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you so much. I'm like, stop. Keep going, though. But stop. Keep going. But stop. I love it. I love my OGs. Thank you so much, Yvette. Wow. All right, so let's get your last message for Cancers. Where's my bikini bottom biddies and zaddies? Y'all in the building? Y'all ready for the read? Hi, Nicole. We have Leo Rising. Hello. How are you? Thank you for being here. Jessica, you was like, no. I know, right? Because usually that'll happen when we're in the live stream earlier in the live stream, but that was my fault. I was clicking around. Let me stop messing around. Hi, Cynical. How you doing? All right, so let's get it. What do we have here for my Cancers? What is their message they need to pay attention to that they're receiving from the universe, their angel guides, and all that good stuff? What are they receiving? What sign? Wow. Not my reaction. Wow. Why did I say it like that? All right, so it says here 833. You could be seen repeating 8s and 3s. But it says here, this is a journey. Long game, it says. Wow. So deep with your messages sometimes. So this is a deep card. It says long game. This is a journey. Your angels are encouraging you to have faith in the divine timing. The new balance and habits that you have formed are not temporary. They are meant to be implemented for the rest of your journey on this earth plane. Reflect on how your mindset can shift to better accommodate your new routines. Let go of any timeline you may have had that has not attached. Let go of any timeline. Let go of any timeline you may have that is not attached to better habits you've gained recently. Things will play out as they should. Oh. This is giving you the courage and the motivation back, Cancer. The angel numbers are the signs that you're seeing. Even if you're not seeing 888 or 333 or 833 together, you can catch this number on the clock if you want to, AM or PM. But even if you're not catching this number, the whole point of this message to come to you, Cancer, is telling me that you are already doing new things. You already have a new routine, or you have a balanced habit. You have a new version of yourself or a new way of thinking. You have some type of there's some type of renewal and change that you embraced and embodied. It took you a while to do, but you're in it. And Spirit is saying this is not temporary. Like whatever you're doing is not temporary. This is like permanent you from here on out. So this is what we're seeing here. The things that you have changed for the positive, okay, and including your mindset, it says here, it allows you to let go of a timeline that's not attached to these better habits. So you made better habits for yourself and a better mindset and a better routine that's balanced for you, that your past self and other people, places, and things timelines ago, aka yesterday or the day before or last year or 2 years ago or 10 years ago, anything of the past, okay, are not in alignment to the new you that you are in the now. Okay, so it's meant for you to keep the same energy. Spirit is saying this is a journey. All right, so things will play out as they should, but this is the long game to success. It's like you played the game right. You played the game of life. Have you guys ever played that game? By the way, that board game, the game of life. They be trying to make me have kids and get married and stuff. I'll be like, I don't want to have kids and get married. I'll be landing on the spaces. They be like, you just gave birth to a baby girl. I'll be like, what? I don't even want that. It's kind of like saying that, okay? There's certain things that in your life that you didn't want to go through, okay, in your life, okay? But these things have taught you how to be the version of yourself that you're implementing now, okay? And so things are playing out as they should, although it didn't look like the way you would have preferred it, okay? You had, or those pregnancy problems that you were having giving birth to your child or during your pregnancy, the people who are rude to you at the workplace from your past workplace that you no longer work at, but for some reason you still are like, ew, that gives me the ick thinking about that memory, right? Spirit is saying you've gained some really great habits and a new mindset and a version of yourself that isn't temporary, and it's permanent to stay and to to add to. It's like you're adding to this plate and you're subtracting some of that little gunk that's still from the past. So as you're pushing forward, you're kind of leaving like you're kind of like, I just see like spirit going like this. We're cleaning out the bad stuff and we're leaving the good stuff and we're adding more good stuff. That's kind of like what you're doing energetically with yourself, okay? So it says things are going to play out as they should because of this. Because you are self-aware of this is specifically because of what you're doing. I feel like you're very engaged in knowing that, yeah, my life didn't look the way that I wanted it to look or didn't play out as it did in the past. But I took a lot of nuggets of wisdom and I'm alchemizing those lessons and that life experience and that version of myself. And I'm now teaching myself to be a better version, to have better habits, to have a better mindset, to have better boundaries, to have a better discerning energy. And all of this will play out for you in prosperity in the future. So everything that you have learned are nuggets of wisdom that you're going to need for the future. And everything is playing out as it should. So if you've been wondering if you're on the wrong path, no, you're doing everything right. It's just unfolding slowly. You see what I'm saying? So you play the game of life correctly, but you're like, where's my success? Where's my prosperity? Spirit says it's on the way. It's on the way, child. Be patient. It's on the way. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. Beautiful energy. Okay? So there's something about this that's very beautiful. It's going to be worth the wait. It's worth the wait here. It kind of reminds me of that same energy that we get from that other oracle card deck. The unfolding. You remember the Rose of Jericho we keep getting in your career reading? Let me just show you that card for those of you who don't come into the career readings. You should, but you don't. This card keeps coming out for Cancer in the career reading. Now, this message here today in the Chosen One reading doesn't have to be about career. It could just be about your life overall or something particular in your life that you're meant to have this message because maybe you just need this message, right? You need to pay attention to your surroundings. Spirit is sending you this message in different ways, right? And so Spirit is saying, yeah, this journey is a journey. Yeah, you might have not have had things the way you want it, but it's unfolding slowly. It's slowly unfolding here. It says access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. It literally says that here. And how is that the same message as this? Crazy, right? Trippy. That's putting me into a trance. That makes me feel like I did some ashwagandha. That made me feel like I'm tripping because not me saying this in every Cancer reading that we do. It's weird. It's weird. For those of you who don't come for the career readings, Cancer always gets this card come out. It won't come out for any other sign, but when we get into Cancers, the Rose of Jericho is always there. It's just Spirit reiterating that you are on the right path. You're playing the game correctly. If you thought that your past was really crappy and it's not something that you really wanted to visualize for yourself, the reason why you learned so much was to expand and to appreciate and have the prosperity that you have when it comes, okay? And you have little blessings here and there and milestones here and there that you can celebrate, but there is a huge blessing. I don't know what it is for my Cancers, but there's a huge ASS blessing coming your way. And I don't know what it is. It's almost like Spirit is keeping it a secret from me, myself, because they can't let me know what it is. Because if I know, then I'm going to tell the collective and then everyone's going to know your blessing, Cancer. And it's not for everybody to know in advance because Spirit says, you know, sometimes we got to keep things a secret because there's people out there who evil eye. And a lot of you Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placement, Jupiter, Mars, whatever, Mercury, whatever you're watching for, a lot of you Cancers have a blessing coming in that's larger than life. And Spirit does not want me to channel it because if I channel exactly whatever this prosperity is in your life, and for a lot of you guys, it's going to be different. If I channel this prosperity to pinpoint exactly what it is, Spirit says it's going to cause a lot of chaos, a lot of jealousy, and a lot of evil eye prior to you getting it. And it's going to slow down the energy of you receiving it. I cannot channel it. But just know it's on the way. It's the success to this board game you've been playing that you might have been possibly getting bored about. Play on words there. Been getting bored of playing this game. You said, I'm done with the gimmicks. God, I'm not for the gimmicks. Ninja. Spirit's not trying to drag you. Spirit is trying to bless you. You just can't see it that way, okay? Just yet, but you will. You will. It says ruminate. 500 is on the bottom of the deck for your message. Thank you so much, Yvette. Yvette's in the house. Yvette, I'm using the oracle deck that you gifted me. You came in right on time. I literally just shouted you out. If you rewind to the beginning of Cancer's reading, I was talking all good things. I saw that you purchased more from my birthday list. I just saw it just now. Hey, Yvette. Thank you so much for the gifts. Oh my God. I was so taken back. I literally looked at my registry just to see who bought me this. And then I saw that you bought me a lot of stuff. And then I was like, well, who bought me this oracle deck? So I thanked you for the stuff. And then I was like, who bought me this oracle deck? And then I scrolled down and it was you. I was like, she buying me my whole registry. What the heck? It's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much. That's why everybody's in the chat. Yvette's in the house. Yvette's in the house. Because we were just talking about you. Yeah. Thank you, Yvette, for the gifts. And the gifts in the live stream chat, too. I appreciate it. We're using this oracle deck. It was a beautiful read for all the zodiac signs. So I highly suggest that even you Cancers, you can watch for any one of your zodiac sign placements. All of these messages could be all your signs. All your angel messages of the day, the week, the year, the rest of the year. You guys, this is a timeless read, so you can always come back to it for a message. All right? But bottom of the deck here says ruminate. It says 500. You could have been seeing 555 repeating or 000 repeating. But it says here, is it worth the risk? Remember how I said it's worth waiting for? Spirit's going to show you how this was worth waiting for. You're ruminating on and reflecting on your past and being like, is it even worth the risk? Am I even doing the right thing? Is it even worth being a good person? Is it even worth having blah, blah, blah? You see? So there is this energy of that. It says here, your angels acknowledge that you are losing your patience with a situation that isn't changing. They are guarding you against rash decisions that you can make on a whim. You don't have to make choices today. Give yourself time to ponder what you should do next. Reflect and perhaps journal on your feelings of dissatisfaction that you have. What do they mean at the surface level? And how do they play into the patterns of your past? Wow. So reflecting and ruminating on this is crazy, because that's literally what I was just saying just from this one card. And now this is giving more clarity and detail to it. So Spirit's spiritual assignment for you is to give yourself some time to reflect and ponder in your mind about what are these feelings of dissatisfaction that you have in your life just overall, or maybe in a situation that you're wanting to make a rash decision about right now. Okay? What is that and what does that look like? Okay? What do they mean at the surface level, and how do they play into the patterns of your past? Okay? Because you might be repeating a past version of yourself that feels a certain way because of this. Okay? Hold on one second, y'all. I'm going to check on my bird. My bird just scared the crap out of me. Not her screaming like that, like she was dying. Maybe that was a sign. Maybe y'all be acting like you dying, Cancer. Oh, I don't have what I want. Ah, I'm dying. Oh, the situation. She just sitting there on her perch, screaming like she's dying. Maybe that's a message. But we have here, ruminate on the past, okay? Think about it. Think about it. Were those decisions that you made in the past, Cancer, worth the risk? Think about it. A lot of you guys are going to be like, yeah, it was worth the risk leaving my freaking narcissistic, bipolar, crazy ASS ex husband, ex boyfriend, ex girlfriend, ex wife. Yes, that was definitely worth the risk. Okay, so then what are we really playing into the patterns of our past for? Okay? Why are we still ruminating on that when we're going into the love dating scene? Okay? There's something here that you need to reflect on and maybe journal about to get out of your mind and out of your emotions, because journaling helps with that. But these feelings of dissatisfaction that you have don't stem from you and the dating scene. It stems from you and reminiscing and ruminating on the ex that you still have resentment for, right? And so then and then what's that highlighting? Oh, so what's the layer after that? After you figure that out, you're like, oh, I'm feeling extra bitter in the dating scene because this person ghosted me. But why do I feel ghosted and neglected? Oh, because I felt neglected on top of that from my ex who cheated on me and who it didn't work out with, who I thought was the love of my life. But why do I feel like, what's the layer underneath that? What's the layer underneath it? Oh, I still have emotional baggage when it comes to receiving love. Oh, I think that I'm not worthy of giving myself love and being okay with that, with or without having someone. I am projecting onto other people that they should have done me right when I can't really decide that for other people, because other people are projecting onto me. Hurt people. That's not my fault that they're hurt. What is that saying about you, right? Why am I dissatisfied in the love dating scene? Oh, maybe I don't love myself enough. Maybe I need to make more time for myself and allow love to come to me instead of going to look for it. Huh. Right? These different things can come to mind. Now, it doesn't have to be any one of those things. I'm just brain dumping with you, okay? I'm just leaving that there for you to fizzle and sizzle on, okay? But there is something here, okay? So whether it has to do with love, whether it has to do with your dreams, whether it has to do with your career goals, whether it has to do with your children, whether it has to do with your spirituality, your belief system, your religion, there's something here that Spirit is saying, I want you to reflect on this. Give yourself time to ponder about what you should do next based off of where you were in the past. Was it worth it to have that experience? And if it was, and it brought you to the person you are today, then what are we really dissatisfied with? You see what I'm saying? 333, equilibrium, mind, body, soul, right? When you see the repeating threes, you think of mind, body, soul, or at least that's what you should be thinking of when you see it, right? So the angel number 333 you could have been seeing a lot, and it says here, equilibrium, nurture the mind, nurture the body, nurture the spiritual soul connection. Your angels are asking you to balance yourself. What areas of your life feel out of alignment? Get into a meditation practice. Embark on a workout routine. Or finally start that vision board you've been procrastinating on. Your angels want you to look at these areas of your life that are not fully rounded out and do self-correction. They want you to self-correct. They said, come correct, Cancer. You got the answers. You be looking for the answers, but you got them. You got the power, right? So there's something here, okay? So any one of these messages could be your message. These messages could tie into each other. Take it how it resonates. All right, but this is going to be your chosen one message. I felt like it was so needed to do this reading. You guys, just like give you a little background story on why I did this chosen one reading this week and last week on a Friday, because I feel like it's so needed. I've been getting so many channeling downloads, and if you guys follow my community posts on my YouTube channel on the homepage, you just go to the community posts tab and you'll be able to see all the things that I've been channeling. I've been channeling so much about how Spirit is literally trying to talk to us directly, but we're missing the signs. And so this one I was super duper excited about, because I feel like this is exactly what you guys don't know you needed, and you'll find out that you needed, or that you did know that you needed to hear, and it brings you clarity, and it gives you the next step, and it makes you feel fulfilled, and it makes you not feel crazy, and it makes you feel connected instead, and it makes you feel in alignment, because you should feel in alignment. Okay, so these are very, very important messages. I know it's a different type of read, it's a different type of breed of a live stream, but you know, we have, like I said, there's a time and a place. We have fun hiking and doing the career readings and doing the love readings and whoop de whoop and oh, you know, comment down below, gang, 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 gang. But when it comes down to getting serious and talking about soul level, spiritual ascension, healthy energy, chosen one energy, our spirituality, our angel guidance, there's a time and a place. And in these chosen readings and these chosen live streams are the time and the place. So if you hear that in my voice, I'm more calm, grounded, centered, and serious. It's because these are the messages that spirit really wants me to give you, rather than all that hoo-ha about love and spilling the tea. Although that is very true, and those things are actually happening, we need to center it. We need to have balance here on the channel too. So that's why I do the chosen one readings. So for those of you who feel chosen for these messages, they are your message. If you came across the live stream, this is your message. And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up because I got to get to the rest of my day. Okay. It's about to be 1 o'clock. I got to run errands. Okay. But we'll be back tonight. If you guys are members of the channel, you could become a member of the channel. But tonight we have members only personal 10-minute readings. Okay. So Fridays and Saturdays, bi-weekly Fridays and Saturdays. So bi-weekly weekends, we do 10-minute personal readings for the collective who are members. Okay. So become a member of the channel. It is my tier or level membership that's called the Real OG. So make sure you are a member of the channel and or you upgrade your membership to the Real OG if you want 10-minute personal readings every weekend, bi-weekly on Friday and Saturdays. We are going to be opening up Sundays because it's just getting a lot. There's a lot of members. So we'll be opening up Sundays if there's an overflow into the next day. But with that said, I'll see you guys tonight at 5 p.m. for my members who are my members. And for those of you who aren't members but are subscribers of the channel, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for liking the video and showing a lot of love and light into the chat stream and in your comments. I really appreciate you. I see them. I try to get to everyone. And I'm still getting to everyone in the comments and the email. So be patient with me. You will receive a reply. But with that said, I do appreciate my subscribers too. So don't think I don't see you, honey. You seen, you heard, you felt. All right. And I appreciate that. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up. Have a good rest of your Friday, you guys. For those of you who I don't see coming back tonight. And for those of you who I will see. All right. Have a good Friday up until the point I see you at 5 o'clock. Okay. We're going to tap in. Tap in. All right. See you guys. Bye, Tay. Bye, Jennifer. Bye, Jessica. Bye, Tammy. Bye, Queen T. Bye, Yvette. Thank you, Yvette. Shout out to the gang. Ashe. Bye.